On US 9.
Red Raven pregame show presented by our friends at Imperial Vending. It's the final home regular season game of the season for the Red Ravens. They take on their county rivals in the Independence Pirates. I'm Shane Neal, alongside with me, Matt Jordan. Matt, good to have you back in the broadcast booth, and congratulations to you and your lovely new wife, Grayson, on a great wedding down in Tulsa.
Thank you, Shay. I missed last week's phenomenal game. I'm very sad I missed that, but not sad because of what I was. It's
a good excuse.
What was going on? First game as a married man. Thanks for being a part of it, and look forward to tonight's matchup. And before we get into everything, or this afternoon's matchup, you mentioned this is the pregame show sponsored by Imperial.
That's
Vending.
right.
Extra special thanks
to
Imperial Vending for this week because, what was that, Wednesday?
Yep.
My first day back
we got a fully stocked vending machine.
They show up with a vending machine. So shout out to Imperial Vending for that.
No doubt about it. We appreciate them sponsoring the pregame show all year long and all the stuff they've done here with our family of stations. Matt, big showdown here today. Throw the records out the window. It's rivalry week. Pirates looking to play spoiler. Ravens looking to keep their conference title hopes alive after you hinted at it. The block kick to save the game against Dodge City. Ravens still in the race for a Jayhawk Conference title. It would be their first in 4 years. Yeah, it's a big rivalry matchup. You know, Shay, I'm a fan of some teams with some pretty substantial rivalries. You have Bedlam, Oklahoma State OU. As a Yankees fan, you have Yankees Red Sox. This is right up there with one of the best rivalries that I get to watch. CCC, ICC, it doesn't matter how good one team is, the other team can get them any given year, and this one is going to be another special night and afternoon, and of course it's Montgomery County Appreciation Day as well. That's right. And Matt, before we really start diving into this matchup, was it the perfect timeout call from Nick Dobler last week? What a first year he's had as head coach. A lot of great things that have happened. He's 7-2, top 10 in the nation, competing for a conference title, but gets that timeout call off with 1 second left, forces Dodge to re-kick. That's what led to the block. And we're hoping here with these last 2 weeks of the year, these last 2 games of the season, that could be a moment that we look back on this season and say that maybe was a moment that it had him emerge as the coach of the year in this conference.
Yeah, it's that fine line of, do you want to give him a practice kick, or do you want to make him think about it one extra set of running through everything. And as a first-year head coach, to go, okay, let's call a timeout. Let's let him think about it. He got the practice kick. The practice kick was good, but trusting your special teams, it doesn't matter who the coaches are or who the players are. That's just something that CCC has been good at, special teams blocking kicks, since I've been here.
Matt, it feels like we're talking about this guy every single week at this point, but another big 40-plus yard catch for Jaleel Boast last week, tiptoeing the sideline, winning a one-on-one battle. We'll hear from Jaleel here in just a few moments, but he's a guy that has really emerged as when it's a key third down, a key play, they're looking his direction. He's going to need to be big these last 2 games of the year, and that starts today.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's been the favorite target of, it doesn't matter, is it Vic or is it Arviso? Both have found Boast because he's made himself a reliable, you said third down target, first down target, second down target, doesn't matter. Do you need 7 yards? Do you need 50 yards? Boast is going to go up, make a play, whether that's outrunning the defender or finding the hole in the zone, setting down and giving the quarterback an easy throw. So that is definitely nice to have as a quarterback, especially when injuries have shuffled quarterbacks in and out. Having that one reliable receiver that they can count on helps tremendously.
And we'll hear from Coach Ortiz, the offensive coordinator, as well as Jaleel here in just a moment. But Matt, last thing before we hear from Coach Ortiz and Jaleel Boast, the defense playing their best football of the season. It's been a strong strong defense all year long. But we've talked about these linebackers stepping up, KJ Johnson, Marquise Lane Owens, Lonnie Burt, the freshman. But now it's the secondary, Matt. Another takeaway for Kyler Christmas. Big day for Jaden Shepard, and another big performance from L.J. Hall, the block kick to win the game and also forced a fumble. It seems like he's kind of emerging as that Jaden-type player. When there's a big play, a big moment to be had, L.J. Hall seems to be right in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's that entire defense, just from the front four to the linebackers to the defensive backs. Any guy can make a play at any moment. There are no weak spots on the defense, and then when you add those guys that are already making impact plays on the defensive side of things into special teams, that gives you your block kicks and your block punts and your blocked extra points, and that's what sets this team up for success. And it's not just the defense. We talked about the offense and defense, special teams as well. The reason Coffeyville is only a 2-loss team to the top 2 teams in the nation is because they have great special teams, offense and defense. They're doing it at all 3 levels of gameplay.
They're going to need all 3 phases to step up today. It's the Red Raven pregame show presented by Imperial Vending. Ravens battling their rival Independence Pirates. We'll hear from offensive coordinator Angel Ortiz and wide receiver Jaleel Boast in 60 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
The same familiar faces with a new name. Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy with the merger is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now we have offensive coordinator Angel Ortiz as well as wide receiver Jaleel Boast here in Wendy's. Thank you guys both so much for being here. How are you?
Good. Appreciate you having us.
Absolutely. And obviously, before we kind of talk about the offense a little bit, I'd love to hear from you guys. The same thing we asked Coach Eldridge earlier in the show. What a wild game on Saturday. What was the emotion going through the sideline when you see LJ block that kick? First of all, I talked about it earlier in the show. Probably the best time out of Nick Dover's career. Getting that off with 1 second left, forcing him to re-kick it. But what was kind of the emotion on the sideline? Because obviously we knew the winner of that game kept their conference title hopes alive. And obviously I don't think it's a hyperbole to say biggest play of the season.
Yes, definitely agreed. That was definitely a big play. As obviously the coordinator, I tend to look back at all the little things that we didn't do, and the reasons why they were in that position. But definitely some relief for sure. It's an ugly game, rainy. I mean, things we're going back and forth in a way, but for sure some relief. I mean, it took all 3 phases to get it done, and we preach it all the time. It took all 3 phases, and it was paid in full for sure.
Absolutely. And Coach, I know like you said, as an OC, you're always looking at things that the offense can improve upon and the things that the offense can execute better. But you just kind of hinted at it there with a defense, the caliber of this defense, with the linebackers playing the way they're playing, the secondary getting takeaways, has to be just a blessing to have not feel like you need to score every time you touch the football. You like to score every time you touch the football, but you have a defense that's playing really good football right now, and I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off of the quarterback, a lot of pressure off of the coordinator, a lot of pressure off of the entire offensive group.
I mean, yes. It's always definitely good to have a defense playing the way they are right now. They're really instinctive. I mean, they're playing fast with confidence. Coach does a great job in getting them ready. His scheme, it's a pain in the butt, as I like to call it. They're not going to pick it up right away in the beginning of the season, and there's going to be some hiccups, and you can see that the stride that they've taken and the confidence that they're playing with. I mean, DBs are flying all over the place. Linebackers are really hitting some really good strides right now. And then, the defensive line is playing really well. They're playing fast. And, for me, for sure, it's a blessing to have him. We, in a way, you can say we don't need to score 30, but we want to score 30 and more. We want to score in every possession. I mean, it's good to have a good defense, but I don't take it for granted for sure.
And Coach, I know we could sit here for an hour and talk about the guys on your team, but quickly, let's kind of go through each group on this offense. And of course, the quarterback room has been a room that's been a really interesting topic all season long. We've seen 3 different guys. Obviously, we've seen Joseph Vick the last 2 weeks, and I think he's played very well. I think he's done his job with something that Coach mentioned last week. He's executed. He hasn't turned the ball over, with the exception of a fumble. But what have you seen a difference, if there has been a difference, from Joseph in these last 2 starts versus him earlier in the season? That I feel like he's playing very confidently right now.
One, playing with confidence, and then the second piece of that, I would say, it was a small conversation I had with him, is that when you start utilizing your legs a little bit more, you're just going to become a...
Breck, I think it's safe to say, have been the 2 guys that this team is really looking for in those big moments. And what does that mean to you, that your guys under center trust you enough that if it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, they're looking for you to move the chains?
Man, I take pride in that. So I want you to come my way. I mean, the chances I got when the ball's in the air, I'm going to take it. So if you throw it my way, I'm going to get us at least a first down. Like, I want to take as much as I can and just provide for the team.
Hey, Coach, just a couple more things. Appreciate you taking some time with here tonight. You mentioned, of course, the offensive line and what they've done this year, and I think you hit the nail on the head. And obviously, a team with a good quarterback, a team with good running backs, a team with good receivers, only as good as the guys blocking for them. And I think, obviously, there's been a couple hiccups in terms of giving up some sacks this year, but for the most part, this offensive line has been a stout unit that has given the quarterbacks time to throw, that has given the running backs lanes to run, and obviously it makes everybody's job easier when those guys are up front winning at the line of scrimmage.
You know what? First, I have to take my hat off. We have a great offensive line coach. Coach Gibbs has done a great job coming in and really teaching these guys and being tough on them. And they technically take his personality. They've done a great job. They've given up some sacks, but at the same time, some of those sacks that they have given up, yes, when it comes to the stacks, you're going to look at them. But some of those definitely can be quarterback, too. There's times that you got to throw it away. There's times that you can play the next play. And they have to learn that, in that part. But, they are the bell cow of the offense. We rely with them and rely on them. And we're going to lean on them. They are, they're going to take us where we want to go. It's up to them. That's the pressure we put on them, but they like it. And the best part is they are fun to coach, fun to have around. And I can't say enough about it. I can be here talking about the O-line forever.
Love to hear that. Now, guys, I have one thing for each of you here as we put a bow on this show. Appreciate your time. We talked about it a little bit with DJ and LJ Jaleel. But obviously, this is why you play college football. 7-2, an opportunity to, potentially have the opportunity to win a conference championship with a couple wins here to end the season. And you end the season with arguably the 2 biggest rivals for the Red Ravens, Independence and Butler. So obviously, you've been playing football for a long time. You've been a guy that's kind of been, I'm sure dreaming of playing for a championship, and a guy that's been dreaming of big games like this. So what are you and the other receivers doing to get ready for Indy and Butler and try to finish this season where you want to go?
Definitely a game plan and the stuff we run. We want to be great when it comes to stuff like that, and we just want to watch film and just break down our opponent as much as we can, because I know they're a good team. Their defense is pretty good. We just want to execute to a high level for real.
And Coach, similar question, but more from a schematic point. Obviously, this offense has done a lot of good this year. You don't get to 7-2 without having, like you said, strong 3 phases. But with 2 big games, Independence playing significantly better football in the last month. Butler, obviously, arguably a top 10 team in the nation in terms of talent. They beat the number 1 team in the nation a few weeks ago. What do you need from your offense in these last 2 games of the year to get where you want to go and potentially be co-conference champions?
Consistency. We have to be consistent, and obviously can't turn the ball over. Obviously, one of the biggest emphasis that we have. But when we're consistent and we get out of our own way, we're one of the top offenses in the country. Third down wise, we're one of the best ones out there when we stay consistent. And rivalry week technically, and then technically back to back. I've been on this shoe. I've been on this side. I've been on both sides, actually. I've coached at Butler. Yep. And obviously I've coached against Indy. both teams are very good. I throw the records away when it comes to Indy. I think the defense flies. I think they create chaos. They do play a lot of man. So it's not gonna be easy. It's robbery. You got to throw the records away.
Appreciate Coach Ortiz and Jaleel Bose for joining us here on the Red Raven pregame show. We'll be joined by a couple defensive players, DJ Jackson, LJ Hall, in 60 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Your future begins at Coffeyville Community College. If you're a high school senior, make plans now to attend Senior Day at CCC, Thursday, November 19th. Learn more about what CCC can do for you, including academics, activities, arts, technical programs, and student services. Plus, take a campus tour. CCC Senior Day, Thursday, November 14th from 9 until noon, beginning in the Spencer Rounds Theater. Register today at coffeyville.edu.
Chevrolet Summer Drive event is in progress at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Get a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and get $5,750 back in rebates. That is 10% off MSRP. Roman Chevrolet has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop the #1 Chevy dealership in Southeast Kansas, Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main in Independence, or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
And we're now joined by a pair of the guys on the defense, the two guys that made the blocks on Saturday against Dodge City, defensive lineman DJ Jackson and safety LJ Hall. Guys, both of you, thank you so much for being here. I know you've been on the show before, but we're glad to see you again because obviously it means that the Red Ravens are still alive for conference title. So let's talk about each of those blocks. We'll start with you, DJ, because you had the first one. But obviously the play before could have been a huge momentum shift where the Ravens were trying to take a 2-score lead, went for the field goal. Dodge City blocked it, ran it back for a touchdown. That extra point was going to be to tie the game. So what was, obviously, I know you guys practice kick block plays all the time, but when you went out there for that extra point try, what was going through your head, and what did you see on the snap that allowed you to get a hand up and block that kick?
So every time we go out there for a field goal block, I tell one of the teammates named AB. So I tell him, hit the guy. And he hit the dude perfectly, and I just went straight through it and blocked it. But I already told the player that I was going to block it. So,
you already told him that you were going to block it?
Yeah, he was saying we was going to block it.
I love that. I love that. That's calling your shot, Babe Ruth-esque right there.
Right.
And then, of course, later in the game, Dodge City driving down the field, they get a chance to win the game with a 39-yarder. First of all, Coach Dobler with the timeout of his career to get that off with 1 second left. That's a moment that we might be talking about here at the end of the season because that was about as clutch as it gets right there from a head coach. But then you obviously go back out there, you force the kicker to think about it a little bit. I know it was not the greatest snap in the world, but LJ, what did you see on that play, and how did you end up getting back there and able to get your hand on it to seal the Raven W?
Jarvis Murray, our corner, he didn't block two earlier in the season, so when they hiked the ball, the wing guy just jumped right out to him and grabbed him, and it just opened everything up for me. So
great stuff. And we talked about originally on the broadcast, and I'm glad that we were able to give you your credit a few minutes later. We thought Jarvis was the one that had blocked it.
Yes, sir.
But I think that you both talked about that, where you have, on those design block plays, you kind of have almost that guy that you're paired up with, where if they attack you, I'm going. If they attack me, you're going.
Yes, sir.
And it's interesting to me that both of you on that given play, you kind of understood the situation, and as soon as you saw the offensive lineman bite on the other guy, I'm home free.
Right.
So, okay, guys, obviously we talked about it a little bit with Coach Eldridge, but, this Raven team has put themselves in a spot where November football means something here as compared to last year. But big rivalry coming up on Saturday against the Independence Pirates, and obviously you need to win to keep your conference title hopes alive. So we'll start with you, DJ, but what have you seen in, the early stages of watching film this week and what you've seen on ICC about how the defensive line's going to get pressure in the backfield? Because once again, it's another mobile quarterback coming up this week for your defense.
What we're going to do, as a D-line, we're trying to keep the running back and the QB contained. So that's really one of the biggest things that we're worrying about right now because the running back is like a little shifter. So that's really what we worrying about. But D-line should attack.
And obviously, I'm sure this team's noticed it as well, in some of the film that you've watched. But this ICC team, I think their record a little misleading. I know that they've had some struggles at times this year, but I think in the last month or so they're playing significantly better football. So, have you noticed anything from their offense in particular when you're watching film that they've maybe changed up that seems to be working better for them, and how you're going to kind of adjust to their adjustments?
I give it the option, the RPO, and the inside run. Because the running back, once he get the ball, he make it way himself. Because the O-line don't really give me even like too much hype, but he make all the plays.
I gotcha. And LJ, obviously we've talked about this secondary. I think is playing their best football of the year right now. When you have guys like Kyler and Lawrence on the outside, you have you, Jaden, Buruk in the middle that can make plays on the ball. What is the key to this secondary continuing to have Seatbelt Nation, if you will? What is the key to them continuing to have success here coming up this weekend?
We just got to make sure we don't blow no coverages. That's what most of our bad plays come from this season, blowing coverages. If we just lock in, get the plays, communicate, we'll be straight.
And LJ, something that I'm curious to hear your thoughts on, because I think we saw something very similar with Jaden Shepard last year, where he kind of, he got more and more playing time as the year went on, and he started making big plays, bigger plays as the year went on. Had the pick to seal the win over Butler, had a big forced fumble in a game as well at the end of the season, and now it feels like the last couple weeks you forced a fumble, you had a pick against Hutchinson, you blocked the kick against Dodge City. What has led to you being more comfortable out there on the field and finding yourselves in the middle of some of these big plays?
I think it's just confidence. It's playing DB. You gotta have a lot of confidence, and I feel like I done got all my confidence back.
And I assume, obviously being a safety like you are, having guys like Kyler and Lawrence and, Savion, some of these other guys we talked about, it has to, make your job so much easier, because you're not worried about those guys getting beat in coverage. Yeah. You're able to kind of patrol the middle of the field, watch the quarterback's eyes, and kind of, keep your eyes on keeping everything contained, like DJ talked about, where, on other teams that maybe don't have as much depth in the cornerback room, you have to worry about, helping a corner over the top.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, obviously, I think it's important, and I think, Coach Eldridge talked about it. You got to take it one game at a time here at this stage of the season. But it is obviously interesting to me that, arguably the two biggest rivals for the Red Ravens to end the season, Independence and Butler, with, potential for making a push for a conference title on the line. So I want to hear both of your thoughts on this. Obviously, I know Hutch is not loved here in Coffeyville either, but what does it mean to you guys, not only to have the opportunity to compete for a Jayhawk Conference Championship, but also to do it against, maybe the two teams that Red Raven fans hate the most, in Independence and Butler?
Feel great. I just say Indy better come with their A game, because we're ready.
I love to hear. LJ, obviously, at the end of the day, like we've talked about, you guys got to do your jobs, guys got to execute, and, something I love about this football team is I think you guys have really embraced the mentality of, it's all about us. We don't care what other people do. It's all about us. If we handle our business, we're going to win. But obviously, I think it probably fires up that locker room a little bit more, knowing that it's Indy and Butler, and not just no game in the Jayhawks a random game. But obviously, these two games seem to mean a little more every year.
Yes, sir.
So what is the mindset that you've that your teammates and your position group is taking? Is there any extra kind of edge, any extra fire in your guys' preparation this week, knowing that it's Independence, or are you guys just trying to treat it like another football game?
We just treat it like another football game. Just go out there and win by all means.
LJ Hall and DJ Jackson, good enough to join us here on the Red Raven Coaches Show. Guys, appreciate your time very much. And once again, we are very glad to see you here after that big win over Dodge City, and we wish you the best of luck against Indy as you guys go for win number 8.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
A big hole goes for a touchdown. Touchdown, Ravens. Dives in. Touchdown, Coffeyville.
It's a new era of Red Raven football. This is Coffeyville Community College Red Raven football on US 98. Red Raven football, brought to you by Coffeyville Community College, Solutions North Bank, Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, Perky's Used Cars, Taco Mayo, Medical Lodge, D-Rail Commodity, and Roman Chevrolet.
Red Ravens, Independence Pirates getting ready to kick off here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. Time for our keys to the game, Matt. Number 1, contain the quarterback. Independence loves to run the football. They do a good job of it. Ravens are going to need to keep the quarterback contained in the pocket and keep the running back from any big plays. We saw DJ Jackson just skip back to the huddle. Seems like he's dialed in today.
Yeah, it's strength on strength. I feel like one of the best things we've been good at this season is stopping the run, and Indy brings a great run attack to the table. So you just gotta keep that in check, force the quarterback to make the beat you, essentially.
Number 2, limit mistakes. It's a rivalry game, a lot of emotion, a lot of tension here this afternoon. No silly penalties, no sloppy turnovers. If the Ravens take care of the football and have long, methodical, smart drives, I think they can win today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just don't get a little too excited just because it is the rivalry game. Play smart, focused Red Raven football.
And finally, Matt, one play at a time. Even for you and me sometimes, we've gotten a little caught up this week thinking about the Butler game and what that could bring potentially to the landscape of the Jayhawk Conference. But you got to handle your business today. Independence wants nothing more than to spoil the Red Ravens' chances at the playoffs, and they can do so with a win here today. So the Ravens, before they get to Butler, got to take care of the Pirates here today.
Yeah, it's your classic trap game. The only benefit they have is that next week isn't Butler, it's a bye week. So a little help there, not looking too far ahead. You know, you still have 2 weeks till Butler. So, don't fall into the trap of the trap game and to come out and just take care of business against Independence.
Ravens will receive the kickoff. Brandon Hayward and Jaleel Boast back to return the kick. Ravens in the home reds with the white pants, white helmets. Independence in the road whites with the gold helmets and the blue trim.
It is windy today, so that'll play some factor with the wind blowing right to left on your radio dial. So what is that, south to north, I believe?
I believe you're right.
So that right now kicking with the wind. So Coffeyville will be going against the wind on their first drive, and we'll see what that does for punts, field position, extra points, field goals, the like, with the wind wreaking havoc. We've already seen it so far.
Knock it off the tee.
Can't even be kept on the tee. So.
Well, Matt, I'm sure, as we'll wait for the kickoff, but I'm sure, I don't know if you heard Angel Ortiz say it in the pregame, but what he said for this offense to have success these last 2 weeks, got to be consistent. He said when we're on our game and making and executing plays, we're one of the best offenses in the nation. We'll see if the Raven offense can prove it today. Kickoff flies to the back of the end zone.
Yep, so they'll start at their own 25, and just like that, just with the wind, you get that extra boost, the easy touchback, and we will see this Red Raven offense that I'm sure wants to set the tone early with a long, methodical drive that ends with 6.
It's been a very successful year for first-year offensive coordinator Angel Ortiz. Ravens averaging 31 points per game, 4th in the conference with 354 yards per game. And for the 3rd straight week, Matt, Joseph Vick, the signal caller, behind center for the Red Ravens today.
That just is the testament. This is the Red Ravens have used 3 quarterbacks this year. Just a testament to how good of an offense Ortiz has to just rotate those guys out and still find success.
First down, handoff up middle, Steven Robinson. Not a lot of room there. Might have gotten a yard, but stopped pretty quickly. It'll be 2nd down and long. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on US 98. Ravens hurry to the line. 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Joseph Vick changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun look. He's got 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to his right, including leading receiver Jaleel Boast. It's going to be a screen play to Boast. Boast makes the catch, trying to make a man miss, but 2 Pirates in the backfield to spin him down, and Independence's defense in the backfield on the first 2 plays from scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up for the Red Ravens.
Not how you wanted to start if you're Coffeyville's offense. Now you're in 3rd and long and looking at a 3 and out, and again, punting into the wind. So this could be, you get a stop here, Indy's defense, you're going to get the ball back, pretty good field position.
3rd down and 11 at the 24-yard line, the official marking Joseph Vick in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Back to throw, looking left. Vick now looking over the middle of the field, stepping up, trying to buy some time. Flag in the backfield. Vick will be tripped up after about a 2-yard run. Looks like it won't matter anyway with a flag in the vicinity of a hold.
Yeah, I think this was going to come back. Had it picked up the first down, I think they'll just decline it and take the 2-yard run and have to kick away here.
It's actually going to be a personal foul. It was declined, but maybe a low block there, a chop block.
A chop block.
So that'll be 4th down and about 9.5. So the Ravens run 3 offensive plays for a net gain of about maybe a quarter of a yard. So a great start for the Pirate defense, led by, of course, Keith Donnerson in his second season. And, Matt, he's, like Coach Dobler, a guy with a lot of quality years as a defensive coordinator at the JUCO level.
Yeah.
Braun sends it away, and Wynn catches it at about the 40. And like you said, Matt, just not the punt we're accustomed to seeing from Brady Braun due to the wind taking a hold of that. It'll be downed right at the 50-yard line.
Only about a 25-yard punt, but as I was going to say, Donnerson been around for a while. I believe he was a part of those Coach Brown teams back when JB was here and stuck around with, I know he was on Kiyoshi Harris' staff, and then was on the staff of Coach Martin, and now gets his shot at the head coach, and has seen a lot of success at ICC as an assistant, and they, of course, struggled in his was this his first year as the head coach?
First down here, second year for Donnerson as head coach. But back to throw and looking on the out route, that's going to be pulled in, and it's a nice gain on first down, spinning forward for about a 15-yard pickup, and that's going to be a nice throw there and catch. That was Cortez Fisher on the catch, who is listed as a running back on the roster, but he's a playmaker. He can go out and line up at wide receiver like we just saw there and pick up 15 yards.
Good start for ICC. They get a first down. They get the 3 and out, so they look good.
2 minutes into this one, no score. Shotgun look for the Pirates and trying a read option. Quarterback trying to find some space inside the 30. He's going to have another first down. And Matt lining up at quarterback there. That's the redshirt freshman Cameron McAllister. Number 4 on that play. So McAllister out of Houston, Texas. Good size for a quarterback, 6'4", 185, and showing he has a little bit of dual threat ability right there.
Yeah, a little fun, little switch at quarterback for them to bring in some guys, a guy with some extra ability.
First down, man in motion, the tight end, and inside zone, and met in the hole pretty quickly. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards. One of those Red Raven linebackers in there on that tackle. Looked like that might have been KJ Johnson down there. Brings up 2nd and 8 here for the Pirates. And like you said, Matt, the wind definitely a factor. So here at the 25-yard line, Pirates with the wind in their back, probably already in field goal range.
Yep, I would agree with that. Just with the added help from the wind.
2nd and 8, 12 minutes to go, opening quarter, no score. Ravens trying to finish their regular season home schedule with a victory. Now back to throw and looking over the middle on a post route. And that's a sliding grab inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. So another completion for the Pirates down to about the 9, where it's 1st and goal. And Independence getting not just moving the football map, but they're moving the football in chunks here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they've looked good. This is about as ideal as you can get for ICC with this start to the game.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line for the Independence Pirates. Man in motion is the tight end, run up the middle and bounced off the initial tackle. Got about 2 yards down to about the 7-yard line.
Now, the Red Raven defense has been pretty good about bending and not breaking. They've let teams get inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, and then kept them out of the end zone. Let's see if they can do that here on this first drive for Independence.
The Raven linebackers have been some of the league's best all year. The DBs playing some of their best football right now as well. Shotgun snap, looking outside. That one going to be pulled in, but an instant tackle. And that is Jarvis Murray making the stop at the 4-yard line, saving a touchdown, as that was receiver Nathan Owens, their top target. Had a little bit of space to maneuver, but Jarvis Murray closed that hole very quickly. 3rd and goal at the 5, and if you're Coffeyville, you can get a stop here, force a field goal. It feels like, you've bend but not break, and that's a small victory for your defense.
Absolutely. I definitely think forcing a field goal here would be a win for the Coffeyville defense after Indy started on their own 50, or at the 50.
Back to throw, looking left on an out route. That's pulled in, and the Ravens are going to stop him at about the 3. It's Jarvis Murray again.
That was a great open field tackle. They found the running back, and it was one-on-one, and the corner got there, shut him down, and forces the field goal unit to come out.
And, Matt, we talked to L.J. Hall. We've talked to Lawrence Brown. We've talked to a lot of guys in that secondary over the course of the season, and they like to be called Seatbelt Nation, and for a big reason right there. Sometimes they allow a catch, but they don't let you get too very far afterwards.
Seatbelt Nation.
So this is a 20-yard kick here for the Independence Pirates. Snap, hold, and the kick is blocked. It's the third block in the last 2 games for the Red Ravens. Kamari Johnson able to get a hand on it, and the Red Ravens special teams makes another gigantic play.
That is an absolute win. We talked about holding them to a field goal was a win. Well, holding them to a field goal and then blocking said field goal is an absolute win for this defense. Now, the offense needs to wake up a little bit and get some yards here, and at least, if they can't score, give better field position for the defense.
This is a ridiculous run, Matt, for the Red Ravens special teams. The extra point from Dodge, the field goal from Dodge, and now the field goal try from Independence. Their last 3 kick attempts, they've all blocked. 3 straight blocks for the Red Ravens. What a run they're on.
That's incredible. Just something about these Red Raven teams, just so good about blocking extra points.
And it's been 3 different guys, Matt. DJ Jackson, LJ Hall, KJ Johnson, showing you that there's depth on that kick team. First down here for the Red Ravens at their own 20-yard line. Run up the middle, and not much there. Maybe a gain of about 3 with the extra effort at the end of the play.
Looks like we've got one of KJ Johnson's grandparents in the chat watching the game.
KJ's family's been very active on the stream all year. So, if you're KJ, obviously a star on the football field, but has to be cool to have your family, be watching every single game.
Very supportive. So, shout out to his family.
Second down. Handoff Robinson. Robinson fighting forward to about the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and medium here for the Red Ravens. Ravens really trying to establish that run game early, Matt. We've seen only 1 pass attempt. It was the screen to Jaleel Boast. Other than that, 3 runs and a QB keeper for Joseph Vick.
Yeah, Indy gives up about 132 yards a game on the ground. So right now they're playing very good run defense against a pretty good Coffeyville run offense.
3rd and 5 from the 25. Vick in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Back to throw, looking for a quick throw to Long. He's got it right at the sticks. It depends on the spot. Looked like from the naked eye, Matt, might have been like a half yard short.
I think he's on it, on the dot, right.
And they're going to give it to him.
I would be surprised if Breck Long didn't run a route that got him exactly what he needed for a first down. That's the reliable target that you have. I mean, we talk about Boast in the pregame, but Breck Long, another guy that when you need a reliable target, you go to Breck Long.
No doubt about it. First down, Ravens at their own 30-yard line after the blocked field goal against Independence. Now an RPO. A lot of contact there, and there's the flag. Intended for Jaleel Boast, and he had an arm around him, and that's going to be called every single time, Matt. And for some defenses in the last month or so, that's all you can do to stop Jaleel Boast from catching the ball.
I was just about to say the only way you can stop Boast from catching the ball is to hold or interfere with
interference. Defense,
and they will call it pass interference.
The ball placed at the spot of the foul.
So the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down, Ravens. 7:54 to go, first quarter. Again, if you're just now joining us, Ravens went 3 and out to start the game. Independence marched down to the 3-yard line. 3rd straight block for the Red Ravens special teams. KJ Johnson. Long in motion. First down, Ravens. Handoff to it's a keeper for Vick. Follows a block, gets about 4 yards. That's a really athletic play there from Joseph Vick. There was a guy in the backfield, looked like it wasn't going to go very well, kind of pushed himself off that blocker and turned what looked like a mess into a 4-yard gain. Smart play there by the quarterback.
So for Vick, we heard it from Ortiz on Wednesday and in the pregame as well. He's added that scramble element to his game.
Quick screen outside. That's Ty Durham, I believe, and it's a gain of about 2 yards. It'll set up 3rd and medium for the Ravens.
And that has been part of his success. We talked about it earlier in the year. It was Crean who could move in the pocket, Arviso who could move, and then Vick was kind of your stand in the pocket, take shots down the field with his arm. But he has really developed that scramble part of his game, and I think that's what has led to the success CCC has seen with him at the quarterback.
Inside of 7 minutes to go, first quarter, 3rd and 4 for the Red Ravens at their own 42-yard line. No score. Ravens with their final home game of the year, taking on their arch-rival Independence Pirates. Vick stepping up. Pressure comes, and Vick is dropped. Sack for the Pirates defense. First one in there, number 44, Jeremiah Young. And Vick tried to buy some time and step up in the pocket, but Independence with a good pass rush, and they're able to swing down the Red Raven quarterback and force the second punt of the quarter for Coffeyville.
Well, had some momentum there for a bit offensively, but the drive stalled, and And we'll see what Braun can do with the punt. Only 25 yards on that last punt.
Might have to do more of a low line drive. I know Brady's a guy that loves to get it up in the air, but here this one is a little bit more of a line drive, and it's much better. It's going to bounce down at about the 31-yard line, so we'll call this one a 33-yard punt or so. But yeah, Brady's a smart guy, Matt. You can tell he made adjustments from that first one. That first one was up in the air, and the wind caught a hold of it. That one much more low to the ground, more of a line drive, and he had a lot more success.
Yeah, and you can tell he's frustrated, too. He's frustrated with his first 2 punts because he knows he's capable of
Just wait till we flip field.
More than that. But, yeah, if he's going to bomb him when he gets to the other side.
No doubt. Well, and shout out to Brady. Broke the school record, 20-year school record last week, averaging 55 yards a kick last week against Dodge City. Counterplay here for the Pirates and a little bit of running room. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards on first down. And that record, like I said, Matt, 20 years old. And also, he didn't just break the record. He smoked it. The old record was 51. He broke it by 4 full yards.
Yeah, that's an understated weapon that CCC has, the ability to flip field position with a punter like Brady Braun.
5.5 to go, first quarter. 2nd and 5 here for Independence. No score at Veterans Memorial Stadium on a crisp November afternoon. Inside zone. Pirates looking to run the football again, and they're going to be right at the first down marker. Depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to mark him a hair short. 3rd and 1 coming up for ICC. 3rd and less than 1. This is about a half a yard. Maybe the length of the football. It's interesting to me, Matt. I know this is an RPO-style offense, but when you need just the length of the football, very odd to me that they're lining up in shotgun.
I've always struggled with that as well. I'm a spread-it-out guy. I like that kind of offense, but sometimes you need to just play bully ball inside and get under center.
3rd down and less than a yard for the Pirates, looking to move the chains at their own 40-yard line. And an inside zone. Ravens blow it up. DJ Jackson. Loss of 5 yards, and Jackson salutes. And, man, there's a lot of guys on this Raven defense playing some good football right now, Matt. That might be the best out of all of them. DJ Jackson is playing out of his mind the last month or so.
Well, and there's what we talked about. You run the risk there of, playing in that formation where you're spread out and you're, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. You're going to lose some yardage.
4th and 4, Pirates show punt. Back to return is the wide receiver, Ty Durham. 4:03 to go. First quarter, Pirates have the wind in their favor. Snap is good. Ravens show pressure, block it! The 4th block in the last 2 games for Coffeyville. Ball is still loose. Recovered by Independence, but the Ravens will start in the red zone.
Incredible.
That
is 4 straight block kicks.
Was that DJ Jackson again? It was DJ Jackson again.
That's wild.
You heard him in the pregame, Matt. He said, Independence better be ready to bring it because we're ready to roll. And he's come out, and, man, has he delivered in the first 2 drives. Last 4 kick attempts for Raven opponents have all been blocked.
Look at how many Red Ravens got through this line to have a shot at blocking this kick. That's half the kick cover team that got through that line. That's incredible.
The Red Raven Special Teams unit should win Special Teams Player of the Week in the CAA. They're just playing out of control right now. In the red zone, Vic hands it off up the middle. Not a whole lot there, about a 2-yard gain. So now 3:40 to go, first quarter, and Raven offense has struggled to get going, but because of the special teams and the defense, they're now 10 yards away from scoring the first points of the game.
Yeah, if you're the Red Raven offense, you have to reward your defense and special teams here and find the end zone and give yourself at least a 6-0 lead.
3:20 to go. It's 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line for the Red Ravens. Vic in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, as well as tight end Breck Long. It's another run. Kelly bounced off the first tackle, got down to about the 8-yard line. It'll set up, once again, 3rd and medium. That's been a theme in this first quarter. Ravens, a lot of 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 in this opening quarter.
So you can pick up the first down without scoring a touchdown.
3rd and 5 at the 8. Vic looking to throw, and incomplete for Boast. A little bit of contact, this time no flag. We've seen 4 pass attempts for the Ravens today, or 5 pass attempts for the Ravens today, Matt. 1 to Long, 1 to Durham, 3 to Boast. So Boast clearly a huge part of this game plan today.
Yeah, I think the no call there has to do with I think that ball was a little high. And I don't know if it was catchable. And there wasn't a lot of – there was a little contact, not a lot of contact.
Certainly wasn't as egregious as the first one.
Oh, no, that one was an easy pass interference.
So 25-yard attempt here for Rowan McCarthy. 2:50 to go first quarter. After the blocked punt, Ravens trying to get on the board. Snap, hold, McCarthy's kick is good. Ravens on the board. Special teams in Coffeyville putting on a show. They've blocked the field goal and blocked the punt. Ravens lead 3-0. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network.
And mattresses, economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
The real question is, who let DJ Jackson out? He's got another blocked punt today, as well as a tackle for a blocked punt and a tackle for loss, and the Ravens lead 3-0. As here's a little short pooch kick from Rowan McCarthy, taking it to 33, and a little bit of room to run out across the 40, where he's tripped up at about the 42-yard line. That's where the Pirates will take over. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. And Matt, you know, I'm running out of ways to say just how incredibly well the Red Raven special teams and defense are playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a historic run by the special teams. That's 4 straight blocked kicks, an extra point, 2 field goals, and a punt. That is a wild run to be on, and they're just playing firing on all cylinders, defense and special teams.
First down, Pirates at their own 43, trailing 3-0, 2:42 to go, first quarter. 3 wide receivers and kind of a tight, 4 wide receivers in kind of a tight formation here. Back to throw, looking left, pressure comes, flag in the backfield is going to be a hold. They take a deep shot, and that is incomplete, intended for Owens. Savion Kennan in coverage.
Yeah,
but you saw it was
that's coming back.
That's a pretty easy call. Quarterback tried to move left out of the pocket, and you saw the left tackle kind of grab the jersey and pull from that Raven defensive lineman. That's going to be called all day long.
And when those officials turn the mic on, you got to really get the effect of how windy it is with the sound of the wind blowing through that microphone.
Yeah, and no doubt.
Somebody needs to get them one of them little wind screens.
2:32 to go, first quarter. It's now 1st and 20 for the Pirates at their own 33-yard line. Ravens with a win today would get to 8-2. Need Butler to win tonight to keep their conference title hopes alive. Could be a 3-way tie depending on what happens in Hutch and Butler games today.
I wouldn't put it out of reach that Hutch could lose another game with what's left on their schedule.
Sweep right, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 yards there for the running back, Breon Townsend. Townsend, their lead back, Matt, averaging about 50 yards a game. Also second on this team in touchdowns, only behind the quarterback. But only a 2-yard gain there. Ravens have really done a nice job of stopping talented running backs all season. I know Wayman Jordan had a big touchdown run, but even him got contained to a lot less than normal. Ravens have done great against the run all season long. 2nd and 18 here for Independence. Back to throw, looking left. Underneath, that's pulled in, and he slips. Going down on his own there was the tight end, Tommy Witherspoon. I don't think he was going to get much more yardage anyway, but the Ravens will take a receiver that trips on his own feet.
Yeah, I don't think, I think tripping up might have saved him from a big hit is what it did, but he wasn't going to gain much more, 1 or 2 yards.
3rd down and 18 here for the Red Ravens, inside of 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Raven defense looking for yet another stop. DJ Jackson lines up outside of the left tackle here on third down. Jackson with a move inside, puts some pressure. That pass is caught. And it will be well short of the first down. Matt, if he didn't stumble there, I think that was Buru Kasabu was going to have a chance at an interception.
Number 5, K.R. Hines.
It's K.R. Hines with the tackle, but I don't know if you saw it. Kasabu kind of stumbled as he went to go for that ball. He was lucky the receiver kind of slid to catch it, but I think if he doesn't slide there, Kasabu could have jumped in front of that football.
Yeah, he was. It slipped up, led to him being open, and the quarterback threw that, I think, before he wanted to because of the pressure. Jackson was bringing one quick push, a spin move, and Jackson was right there to the quarterback.
Do we have a chance, any chance at all, at a fifth straight block
That
here?
would be absolutely incredible.
Snap, and they will get this one away, and this is a bullet over the head of Durham and into the end zone. So the Ravens special teams are human after all. After 4 straight block kicks, Pirates finally get one away here at the end of the first quarter in this one. 3-0 Ravens. They'll take over at their own 20. But, man, I'll tell you what, Dodge City and Independence special teams are not having fun right now these last couple weeks.
No, it's been uncomfortable for them trying to kick the ball. And, that fortunately ends a wild run. But now you get the ball, I'd say run a play, let the clock run out, and then switch sides of the field so you can have the wind at your back helping you out. And that may open up the offense a little bit with some shots you want to take down the field.
Looks like DeAndre Kelly, the running back, out there here on first down. Have not seen Trey Jones yet today. It is a counter to Kelly. Kelly pushing forward. That's a strong run of about 5 yards there for the Red Ravens. I think that's smart, honestly. I know I talked to Trey about a week ago, Matt, and he said the shoulder's progressing, and he's getting close to being ready to play. But I think with the way the Ravens are running the football right now and the options that they have, I would rather make sure Trey is as close to 100% as possible for Butler than, risk him re-aggravating it here today. One more play, they run off, hand off to Kelly, and right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Ravens as we go to the second quarter. 3-0 Coffeyville after 1 here in the Montgomery County Classic. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on a State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
It's where you belong.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place At-Home Care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
Ravens lead at 3-0 after 1 here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. 3rd and 5 for Coffeyville at their own 25-yard line. Joseph Vick stands in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Vick underneath, nice throw, and Durham's got it, and he's going to move the chains, but the ball came out late. Ty Durham was rocked, ball came out. Looks like Durham might have recovered his own fumble.
Yeah, that's tough, but because you go from a 1st down to a 4th down, because he picked up the 1st down, and then the ball came out, and recovery was back behind, so sets up 4th down. That's unfortunate. But now we get to see, the fortunate thing is now we get to see Brady Braun punt with the wind.
Brady Braun has punted twice today, averaging about 28 yards a kick. That wind is really factored in. This one, he gets a chance to put a leg into it, and my goodness. Going backwards, makes the catch at the 15. Now looking to cut up field. Flag comes in, and he returns it to about the 29, but it looks like there might be a penalty against the receiving team.
It's a field flipper from the 28 to the 29, and that's a big 50-yard punt.
With potential penalty to add to it. And we talked about DJ Jackson, Matt, because of the plays he made, the block punt, but KJ Johnson with 5 tackles as well as the blocked field goal in that first quarter. So some of these Ravens sophomores really stepping up.
That's what you want to see. Those are the guys that you need to step up the end of the year, especially when you're trying to get a share at least of the Jayhawk title. And so far, so good. Now you just need your offense to step up a little bit more, try to extend this 3-0 lead. But defense is going to have to get them the ball back.
Waiting for the official call here from our officiating crew. Still a conversation down there at about the 35-yard line.
There's 2 flags.
There are 2 fouls during the play on the receiving team. Illegal block in the back. That penalty declined. Illegal block in the back. 0. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
First so 2 different block in the backs on that play. Ravens, of course, will take the one that happened further back. So that'll back up the Pirates to see where they officially spot the football.
Another good chance here for...
We'll mark it at the 13-yard line.
Good chance here for the defense to get the ball back for Coffeyville in great field position. You see what a great punt does. You have the great punt, and then you have the penalty, and now all of a sudden they're inside the 15-yard line.
First down, Independence at their own 13. Raven defense has been strong today, looking to make another stop or force a turnover. And a jet sweep gets outside across the 15 up to about the 18. Gain of about 5 yards there on first down.
Number 3, Cortez Fisher on the run.
It was Cortez Fisher on the handoff there. Fisher, one of their top weapons on offense.
He's down at the 19-yard line. Second down and 4 for Independence.
Seems like we'll hear from Kosai Eldridge at halftime, Matt, but it seems like his scouting report's pretty spot on. About 70% of their plays are running the football. This Independence team really a ground and pound style team. Another handoff here and fighting his way up to the 20-yard line. It'll set up third down and short for the Pirates with about 13:25 to go in this first half.
Number 1, Brian Townsend on the
only average about 87 yards a game running the football, so a lot of runs, but not a lot of yards.
That was Lane Owens on the tackle, brings up third down and 4. Pirates need the 24-yard line, about the 23.5-yard line to move the sticks. Looking to throw here and down the field, taking a shot and just overthrown. Had a step there to the receiver, so that one just a hair overthrown by McAllister. But if that one's on the money, we could be talking about a huge play there for Independence.
Yeah, and looked like he maybe got it just a little too far in front, and it made the receiver come inside as well. I think if he'd have kept that on the back shoulder down the sideline, it would have been easier to run under.
And now the first time today, Matt, we'll see Independence have to punt into this wind. And the Ravens have already blocked a punt today, but now we'll see if Mother Nature can help them out a little bit here on special teams, as if they need the help. Ravens show a little bit of pressure here off the near side. Snap, and the kick gets away this time. Jackson once again was coming in hot. That one will bounce out inside the 40. Pretty good punt there.
That was a good punt. That was a great punt. With pressure coming at you and then knowing you've already had one block, the wind in your face, getting it all the way down to the 39-yard line into Red Raven territory, that's about as good as a punt you can have.
Punter for the Pirates is number 31, Emery Barth. He's a freshman out of Salina. He made a nice... He's really kicked the ball well today. I know his first punt, 57 yards with the wind in his favor, but I'd have to guess that one was probably, 35-40?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good punt.
So Ravens take over at their own 39. Raven offense has only run 14 plays today for 22 total yards. So the Raven offense looking to get going. They lead at 3-0. Stephen Robinson switches to the left side of Joseph Vick as the Pirates show some pressure. It's a handoff to Robinson. He's out across the 40 for a gain of about 4 yards on first down.
Give this Pirate defense some credit. They have not been the best this year. They give up almost 350 yards a game and 32 points a game, but they have really stifled this Coffeyville offense.
Second down, another handoff for Robinson. Falls forward to the 45, another 3-yard gain. It'll set up third down and about 3.
Number 9, Stephen Robinson up the middle. He gets to the
Ravens are very stubborn about running this football here today.
Third down for Coffeyville.
Joseph Vick, one of his big positives is he doesn't turn the ball over very often, but it's clear that with the way the Pirates are stacking the box, he's going to have to make some throws to win this football
Yeah,
game.
he is.
3rd and 4, handoff up the middle. Ravens gutsy play call, and it's going to pick up the first down. 3rd and 4, the Ravens decide to run inside zone. And Stephen Robinson moves the chains just across the midfield to the Pirate 49. First-year offensive coordinator Angel Ortiz said this team needs to work on being consistent. When they are consistent, they're one of the best offenses in the country. Vick back to throw. Pressure comes. Trying to get it underneath the Boast. Incomplete. Pass sailed high. Wasn't going to get much anyway. In coverage was number 7, Rodarius Hardy.
Ball's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Coffeyville.
4th time in 6 pass attempts that the Ravens have looked for Jaleel Boast.
Yeah, haven't only connected with him once, and it lost yardage, so gonna need to figure something out in the passing game. Best pass of the night was the one to Brick Long that just picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, handoff to Robinson. Finds a crease. Stephen Robinson off to the races inside the 30, down to about the 26. And it's been a while since we've seen a big play from Stephen Robinson, but he's reminding everybody what he can do. First 4 weeks of the year, he was the master of the big play, and that's a huge chunk run for the Ravens.
First play of the season for this team, he took all the way for a touchdown, 60 yards for a touchdown, and there, a nice little run to hopefully wake up the offense a bit.
First down, Ravens at the 26-yard line. They feed Robinson again, breaking a tackle down to the 26-yard run. Matt, I know that obviously if this Raven team wants to be at their best, they need Trey Jones back on the field, but a healthy Stephen Robinson running the football like he did in the first month of the year would take this offense up a notch.
Absolutely. And, of course, you talk about health. The reason we hadn't seen a lot from him was because he was nursing an injury. I think he's back to being fully healthy.
Robinson breaks another tackle, spinning forward. Look at the fight. He's going to get right to that first down marker. And it looks like they might mark him about a half-yard short. Nope, they're going to give it to him. First down, Ravens to the 16.
Stephen Robinson up the middle for a short gain.
Timeout, Keith Donnerson. Ravens finding success with Stephen Robinson. They're in the red zone. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
3-0 Ravens. Stephen Robinson has ran this team down into the red zone. First down, Coffeyville at the 16-yard line. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. It's the Montgomery County Classic here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens going for their 8th win of the year today. First time this season the Ravens have been a top 10 team in the nation. They come in today number 10 in the country. And Ravens really struggled to move the football in that first quarter, Matt, but on this drive, Stephen Robinson has found something that's working.
Yeah, so far early in this game, it's been defense and special teams, and right now the offense trying to get active and get involved.
First down at the 16, Vick. Shotgun snap, handoff Robinson. Continue to feed the beast. He's got another 4 yards. And, Angel Ortiz and Nick Dobler have absolutely no problem with just taking 4 yards a run and just keep running it right down their throats.
Yep, absolutely, because we saw it earlier. It was 1-2 yard runs, but as this game goes along, those 2 yard runs turn into 4, turn into 6, turn into big plays.
Second down and 6 at the 12-yard line for Coffeyville. Vick, Robinson still to his left. They go right back to him. Robinson gets outside, shakes off the tackle, dives forward for 3 yards. Man, he looks strong right now. That was a very tough broken tackle. He was almost thrown backwards, stayed on his feet, and dove forward to get positive yardage.
Short game will bring up 3rd and 3 for Coffee.
He is, we talked about it early in the season, Matt. He's one of those Jeff Leiker bowling ball build running backs. He's not the biggest in size, but, man, does he have some strength and some ability to bounce off of tackles.
Yeah, one of just a stable of really good running backs that this Red Raven team has.
3rd down and short. They go to Robinson, pushing forward. He's going to be close. I think he's a little bit short. And it should be 4th and 1, and I would assume the Ravens are going to go for it here. Now down to 8:48 to go, first half. 3-0 Coffeyville. It'll be 4th and 1 at the 7-yard line. And the Ravens are lined up like they're going to go for it. The way your defense and special teams are playing, I think you have the luxury of being able to go for this.
Yeah, I agree.
Ravens need a yard, and, well, now they might be kicking the field goal because it looks like there is a pre-snap penalty. We'll make it official to see who jumped. Ravens. Independence immediately pointed backwards, but there's some Ravens that seem to think this might be on the Pirates.
False start.
Now, and there it is.
Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty.
So 4th down and 6 now after a false start against the redshirt freshman Xavier Reed. And now the Ravens will send out for the second time today kicker Rowan McCarthy.
Pretty easy false start call.
McCarthy hit from 25 in the first quarter, now trying to make it 6-0 Ravens. Ravens had a kick blocked last week, so this is not a certainty here. Pirates are scrambling all over the place on their kick block team. Snap, hold, McCarthy's kick. Flutters, and no good.
Wide right.
Rowan McCarthy pushes the kick wide to the right, and Ravens had a 4th and 1 at 7 on the 7 and come up with no points. 3-0 Coffeyville, 8:11 to go. First half. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Investing into what was Stevens Vending by bringing in new walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, new truck dock, and putting out 250 brand new vending machines. They're going to also invest another $1 million into this area with all brand new route trucks. True commitment to the community, and it's created in this location. This would create 3 new jobs. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
First down, Indy at the 20. Stepping up, trying to go with it is the quarterback. He'll get about 3 yards, met by freshman linebacker Lonnie Burt. Shea Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. It's 3-0 Coffeyville inside of 8 minutes to go in the first half. Ravens special teams blocked the punt early in this one. It led to a 25-yard field goal, but a missed opportunity on that last possession. Ravens had a 4th and 1, committed a false start penalty, and then missed the field goal from 30 yards out. So you feel like the Ravens could be up 10 and should be up 6, but now it's still just a 3-0 lead. Second down, handoff up the middle, and the Ravens plugged that hole quickly. Might have gotten a yard, but it'll set up 3rd and long here for the Pirates. In the backfield there was Michael Jamerson. It's 3rd down and 7 here for Independence. Raven defense trying to bail out the offense, get a quick stop, and get them the football back. What do the Pirates have up their sleeve? 3rd and 7 at their own 23-yard line. Need the 30. And looking underneath, that one broken up by Jarvis Murray, incomplete. The pass from intended for Kyer Hines. But Jarvis Murray, Matt, that's another guy on this Raven defense that's really played well today. Had those 2 tackles he's inside the 5, and they're a great PBU.
Yeah. Almost had an interception.
Oh, and it's so easy to forget some of the safeties on this team. You have, of course, Jaden Shepard, L.J. Hall. Then you have Buru Kasabu. You have Jarvis Murray. There's a lot of guys. Kyler Christmas has played a little safety this year. So there's just a lot of guys that are making impacts on that back line. And safety, in my opinion, Matt, one of the best position groups on a football team to have depth at.
Yep, absolutely.
Delay of game will be called against the Pirates. Raven defense saw it very quickly. And with the wind already in the face of the Independence punter, giving them an extra 5 yards to work with in terms of the Ravens returner. Now with you inside the 20-yard line, the Ravens might be aggressive here and go for another block. 4th and 12 for Independence at their own 23. Excuse me, at their own 18 after the penalty.
Can't be too aggressive, though.
Murray came in. Durham makes the catch at the 46-yard line. Durham with a good return inside Independence territory to about the 40. Ravens might have caught a little bit of a break there, man. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but Jarvis Murray did make contact with the Independence punter, but the officials obviously deemed it not enough to throw the flag.
It's no contact with the legs.
Right.
That's what you're looking for. He kind of bumped him, and I to be honest, I think the punter fell down.
Yeah, no, I agree.
On purpose, selling it, but no contact with the legs. That's what you're looking for, and that's what they kept from doing. So
the Ravens start at the 38 after a very solid return of about 16 yards from Ty Durham. Ravens started running the football very effectively on that last drive, and once again, Steven Robinson.
I'd like to see them go to the air a little bit. They ran the ball a lot. I feel like maybe trying to set them up for something, but
Vic back to throw, and he's hit from behind. That ball is out. And the Pirates have it and return it into Red Raven territory. So Vic was gearing up for a big shot there and forced fumble. And that was recovered by Ajeva Robinson. The Ravens get a big defensive stop and have great field position, but Independence once again with another top-tier play on defense. Pirate defense has really come to play.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have. Now you're asking your defense to step up once again.
So Joseph Vick with his second fumble in the last 2 games. First down Pirates at the 48-yard line of Coffeyville. Back to throw. Rolling right. Pressure comes from the Ravens and a sack. Fred Giles, the one that gets back there for the Ravens. Had a little bit of help from his edge partner, DJ Jackson, but Giles, the one who wraps up the QB. Man, talk about 2 guys that you have at edge rusher that just have high motor the whole game.
I would hate to be a left or right tackle playing Jackson and Giles. It's just...
Second down and 14 now for Independence. Back on their own side of the 50 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Giles again gets into the backfield. This time they're taking a deep post, and that one is pulled in. Down inside the 15-yard line.
And there's a flag.
And a flag comes in late. Cortez Fisher made the catch, but a flag came in late on the celebration. And so Independence with a big 30-yard chunk, but they'll give 15 of it back.
James Darrow, please report to the entrance. James Darrow, please report to the gate. Please report to the entrance.
So we'll wait to hear the official call, but appears like it would be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Independence.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 3, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down. That's number 3's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the game.
Well, not only big for this drive, Matt, of giving the Ravens 15 extra yards to work with, but also in the landscape of Cortez Fisher is one of their top weapons, and now if he picks up another unsportsmanlike conduct, he's ejected.
Yeah, well, not to mention that 15 yards, especially if the Red Ravens don't allow any more defensively, that kick looks a lot harder 15 yards back with the wind in their face.
5:22 to go, first half. Independence football, first down, RPO, and they dump it off underneath. That's going to get inside the 20. Solid gain of about 8 yards there on first down. I think there's an argument to be made. I know the Ravens have had 2 exceptional plays on special teams, and the defense has played well in this first half. But I think in terms of when you evaluate all 3 phases, there's an argument to be made that Independence has played the better half.
Definitely been the better, offensively and defensively. special teams have been fantastic for Coffeyville, but then you have a missed field goal. So it's been a rough first half to fight the 3-0 lead.
2nd and 3 now at the 20-yard line for ICC. Down 3-0. Back to throw again. Looking on that out route. It's pulled in. Now we'll dance back inside and have a first down to the 15-yard line. KJ Johnson with yet another tackle there.
It was Fisher again.
Clock continues to wind. We're now down to 4:22 to go in this first half. First down, Pirates at the Raven 15-yard line. Pirates trying to tie or take the lead here late first half. Again, this Independence team would love nothing more than to spoil the Ravens' season. That's a fumbled snap recovered by the quarterback, but it's a loss of at least 9, maybe 10 yards on that play.
Nice break there for Coffeyville on the fumbled snap. Pushes them back and makes it 2nd and long.
Feels like that's just been Independence's, what's holding them back is just shooting themselves in the foot. Had a field goal blocked after a great drive. Had a 15-yard penalty after a great play. Fumbled a snap while they were in the red zone. I mean, just seeming like they're getting in their own way here in the first half. 2nd down and long. Pirates go underneath to a screen pass. That's incomplete, out of the reach of the running back, Breon Townsend. And now 3rd down and 19 coming up for ICC. And like you said, Matt, with the wind in the face of the Pirates, I mean, a 41-yarder is not a gimme today.
No, it is absolutely not. This is a very difficult kick if they don't pick up any yards here.
And if you're ICC's offensive coordinator, Matt, do you try to just get 10 yards and see if you can make it an easier kick and try to tie this game here, or are you going for the first down marker?
I think you try to pick up the first down.
Timeout taken by Keith Donnerson, wants to talk it over. Let's take a quick 30-second break with him. 3-0 Ravens. Big 3rd down coming up for the Pirates just outside of the red zone. We're back in 30 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
On Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Take 3rd down coming up for the ICC Pirates. Shane O'Matt, Matt Jordan alongside with you here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Just take a look at some games around the conference. Matt, it's that time of the year we're scoreboard watching. Garden City going to fall to Iowa Central 49-45. Hutch all over Highland 34-0. On a big game tonight, Dodge City and Butler. Ravens need Butler to win that game for it to set up for a potential 3-way tie at the top of the Jayhawk. So it's weird to say for Coffeyville fans, but we're Butler Grizzlies fans tonight. And a handoff to Townsend. He'll get inside the 15, tackled at about the 13-yard line. So they'll get about 11 yards on 3rd and 19. And it will set up a much easier field goal try.
Are they going to kick the field goal, or are they going to go for it here?
It would be about 4th and 7?
4th and 9. The field goal kicker is 4 of 9, now 4 of 10.
They're going for it.
Yeah, I wondered if they would. Their field goal kicker is now 4 of 10 on the year. And
now Dick Dobler wants to talk it over.
Yeah, 4 of 10 on the year with the blocked kick, and then you add in the fact that it is windy as it is not a give-me.
So the Ravens will go for another red zone stop. 4th down and 9 coming up for ICC. We're back in 30 seconds on US 98 and the Red.
Buying a home? Refinancing? Apply for a home loan anywhere with Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank. Community State Bank online mortgage tool is easy to use. You can be approved in minutes. And Solutions North Bank lenders are always ready to answer any questions that you may have. Visit ourlocalbank.com on your computer or mobile device and get started today. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
4th and 9 for the Independence Pirates. 3:07 to go. First half, Ravens lead 3-0. I'm Shane O'Matt, Matt Jordan alongside with me. And Matt, I know the Ravens lead this one, and I know obviously anything you can do to get a win at the end of the day, you'll do. But I think it's safe to say, unless something in the last 3 minutes of this half change, this has been a disappointing first half for the Red Ravens.
Absolutely, offensively, it has absolutely been a disappointing first half. Defensively, I think you still feel pretty good, especially if you keep them out of the end zone here on 4th and 9.
They need the 5-yard line for the first down, so they can pick up the first down without scoring a touchdown. Shotgun snap, 4 wide receivers and a running back. Looking over the middle on the post, it is incomplete.
There's a flag.
There is a flag. It looks like the flag will be an offsides against the Ravens, Matt, so it's going to give ICC another chance with a 4th and 4 this time. That was on Fred Giles.
Yeah, that not even offsides. It's just lined up in the neutral zone. Because he didn't even move. He just was lined up in the neutral zone.
3:02 to go now, first half. Pirates with a 4th and 4. Need the 5-yard line to move the chains. 4 wide receivers and a running back once again. This time another timeout taken by Nick Dobler. We'll do it again. 4th and 4. We're back in 30 seconds. Big play in this one. Ravens lead 3-0. We're back in 30 on US 90.
Your future begins at Coffeyville Community College. If you're a high school senior, make plans now to attend Senior Day at CCC, Thursday, November 19th. Learn more about what CCC can do for you, including academics, activities, athletics, fine arts, technical programs, and student services. Plus, take a campus tour. CCC Senior Day, Thursday, November 14th from 9 until noon, beginning in the Spencer Rounds Theater. Register today at coffeyville.edu.
For the Independence Pirates from the Raven 9-yard line. 3-0 Coffeyville. 3:02 to go, first half. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you, Montgomery County Classic. Matt, at the end of the day, I think this is exactly what we expected in this game. Physical, defensive, intense, and, it's something Angel Ortiz told us on Wednesday and again in the pregame. When it comes to this game, throw the records out the window. 2-7, 7-2 doesn't mean anything today.
It does not, and that's showed so far. Big 4th down opportunity for the Ravens defense here.
Pirates need the 5 to move the chains. Shotgun snap. Stepping up, trying to buy time. He's wrapped up. Ravens with a sack on 4th down. It was number 90, Elijah Brown, with the big stop for the Ravens.
Exactly what you needed there on 4th and 4. Now you get the ball back.
We'll stay here, timeout on the field, but I think, obviously there's still 30 full minutes plus the last 2:56 this half to have things that change this game, and we will have things that change this game. But as of right now, offense owes defense dinner tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And hopefully that's not the case in the second. Offense just owns, that's the guy that made the sack getting helped off the field there. So may have hurt, maybe rolled his ankle or something. Oh, no, it must have happened on the celebration.
I was going to say, he started celebrating after the play. I almost wonder if he rolled an ankle or something celebrating.
But the offense owes the defense a great second half is what the offense owes the defense.
Well, we heard from Coach Ortiz, Matt, that this offense wants to score every time they have the football and score 30, 40 points a game. But he's very thankful, and he's very appreciative. It does not go unnoticed that he has an elite defense that can help him out when his offense isn't operating at full level. Handoff here, and that's McKentis Adams getting about a yard.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for Ortiz, he coaches an offense and has a defensive counterpart that isn't, like the Bengals, where the offense has to score 34 points a game.
Nice little low blow.
Try to win it.
Appreciate that. That was very nice. Yeah, forces you to go for 2 and lose the game late. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. 2nd and 9 here for the Ravens. I'm going to pretend that the tears rolling down my face are not real. Joseph Vick back to throw, stepping up, trying to buy some time. Stays on his feet. Vick takes off, and he's going to run for a nice gain of about 7 yards, set up 3rd and short. And that's what Coach Ortiz said, Matt. Like you said, Vick early in the year was the pocket passer. He was the guy that stood tall and made throws down the field. Well, he still can do that. But now his ability to escape the pocket, make plays with his legs, has made him a significantly better quarterback.
Still a very smart quarterback because if you'll notice there, he did. He said no thanks on the hits and just kind of strolled out of bounds.
3rd down and 4, the official ruling here. Need the 22 for the first down.
Time for the 2-minute timeout.
Ravens are going to let it tick to 2 minutes. 3-0 Coffeyville, big 3rd down when we come back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Crew Cab and get $57.50 back in rebates. That is 10% off MSRP. Roman Chevrolet has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop the #1 Chevy dealership in Southeast Kansas, Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main in Independence, or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
You are.
He'll sacrifice the Heisman for the $40 million guaranteed he gets from the Raiders or Patriots. Or no, Panthers. 3rd down and 4 for the Red Ravens. 3-0 Coffeyville, late first half. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with me. Although Matt made a very mean Bengals comment, he's still with me here in the booth. We'll see if that continues into the second half.
Couldn't help it.
That's okay. The Bengals defense deserves to be laughed at. 3rd and 4, empty pocket, and Breck Long is the one stepping up, looking to throw on the run. Breck looking downfield and picked off. Looked like that ball was going to be intended for Brandon Hayward, and I'm not sure if Hayward cramped up or had something. He went down to the ground and he's limping off the field, but. And they're going to call an offsides. So
it's a free play. I think Breck knew that. I think that's why he let it go. But yeah, it was
good catch. I never saw that. I thought Breck was out here trying to be a gunslinger.
No, easy play, and I think Breck just said, "You know what? Let me let this rip." And
hopefully Hayward's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, get the first down on the offsides call. Although I will say, back to your Bengals, I did like the play call where the tight end lined up under center and did the little center. Maybe we could see that with Breck Long.
Oh, we have seen that from Breck before this year.
Yeah, but in motion and then just right. All right, well, there you go.
What do we have here? A lot of just standing around here.
Yeah, some confusion.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:52. 1:52 on the game
to the clock. Here we go. Minute 52 to go, first half. 3-0 Ravens trying to go on a little 2-minute drill. And a handoff up the middle. Robinson, who's been the best running back of the day for the Ravens, he gets a nice chunk there of about 4 or 5 yards.
Coffeyville's got one timeout left, a minute 40 and ticking to try to get some more points. You're going to have the wind in your face to start the third quarter, so it'd be nice if you could add to this lead.
2nd and 6. Shotgun, Vick, back to throw, stepping up, hits Winston on the slant. Anthony Winston breaks a tackle in the ICC territory, down inside the 35, into the 32, and there's the big play. Just a quick slant to Winston, he slips a tackle, and the Ravens are in scoring territory.
Yeah, nice yak play from the Ravens there picking up a big first down, and now they're really set up for adding some points.
Vic takes the snap. Another handoff to Robinson down inside the 30. Robinson still on his feet. Gets a block. Steven Robinson, house call. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 plays, all it takes. Wenson and Robinson team up, and the Ravens into the end zone with under a minute to go in the half.
Talk about good, strong running from Robinson. I thought that was going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards, and Robinson breaks a tackle and is off to the races.
That's the danger of this Angel Ortiz-led offense, Matt. You can keep them at bay for 29 minutes, and in 2 plays, they can get you and find the end zone.
Great drive to end the half for the offense.
Rowan McCarthy out for the extra point. McCarthy 1 out of 2 on field goal attempts today. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. Steven Robinson, Anthony Wenson, 2 big chunk plays. Ravens find the end zone for the first time today. 10-0 Coffeyville, 57 seconds left in the first half. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon. It's filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy filet ole steak bowl, stacked with filet mignon, and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Think you have to drive to the big city to get your best deal on a vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
Two big chunk plays for the Red Ravens. About a 35-yard throw from Joseph Vick to Anthony Wenson, followed by a 32-yard touchdown run for Steven Robinson. The Ravens go 65 yards in 2 plays and now lead 10-0 here late in the first half. And the ball, once again, taken by the wind off the tee. I think they're going to try it with the tee one more time. I was going to say, I think we might just have to have full-time holders the rest of the way, but we're going to give it another shot. McCarthy gets this one off, and Rowan McCarthy boots it into the end zone. We've talked about this multiple times this year, Matt. Rowan McCarthy, leg strength is not a problem with him.
Accuracy has been a bit of an issue, but on kickoffs, you don't really have to worry about that. And he's kicking touchbacks when you don't even have the wind helping you out, and that was a nice little kick. He definitely did not get his full leg into that. I would have been interested to see with the wind.
His full leg might have hit a truck out there in the parking lot.
He might have kicked it to Independence.
Raven defense has had a great first half, and they need to make one more stop to ensure the Ravens take a 2-score lead to the break. Pistol look here on first down. Snap. Pirates are running, and the Ravens are in the backfield. Loss of a couple yards there. Coffeyville defense swarms. It was Demir Collins on the handoff.
I feel like we've seen a healthy dose of both McAllister and Nathaniel for Independence at the quarterback position.
Sweep right now, and again the Ravens in the backfield to blow it up. It seems like the Pirates are content just bringing this to half, but it also seems like the Ravens are like, yeah, you're not getting a yard.
Yeah. You can take it to half, but we're not giving you free and easy yards just because you want to head into the half down 10.
And it looks like both teams will be content with that being the final play of the half. Coffeyville with a big late drive touchdown. Ravens lead at 10-0 at the break. Step away for 2 minutes when we come back. The Red Raven halftime show presented by Solutions North Bank. We'll go over first half stats, some scores around the conference. We'll also hear from defensive coordinator Kosai Eldridge just around the corner. Solutions North Bank Red Raven halftime starts in 2 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Patients providing in-home support and care. Windsor Place At Home Care is there for you. Find out more and visit windsorplace.net.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We cover all the way to Pittsburgh, Kansas, Iola, Kansas, Fredonia, Kansas, and Caney, Kansas, and all of the towns in between. We also serve micro markets, vending, or coffee service. We offer office coffee, hydration programs. A lot of businesses will just buy pallets of water from us. We sell pallets of water and we deliver them. We also have Powerade, Gatorade, electrolyte powders, and electrolyte freezer tops. The Imperial Vending, world-class service.
Sports, the Solutions North Bank Red Ravens halftime show on US 98.
Red Raven halftime show presented by our friends at Solutions North Bank. I'm Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside. We'll hear from defensive coordinator Kosai Eldridge in just a couple minutes here on the Solutions North Bank Red Raven halftime show. But quickly, let's go over first half stats and scores around the conference. First half for the Ravens, 8 first downs for Coffeyville. They run 24 times for 108 yards, run 31 total plays for 154. Also have averaging 37 yards a punt. Time of possession about even, 15:52 for Indy, 14:08 for the Ravens. 2 of 7 on third downs, but big play obviously in that first half, Matt. 2 big plays, one to Wenson, 36 yards, and then a 33-yard touchdown for Steven Robinson. Ravens go 69 yards in 2 plays, and after 28 minutes of really poor offensive play, 60 seconds changed all of that and gave the Ravens a 10-0 lead.
2 big plays changed all of that. First, the catch and run there by Winson, and then Robinson punctuating it with a broken tackle and a sprint to the end zone. That's where we set 10-0 thanks to that touchdown. And the field goal coming thanks to the blocked punt that led to easy field position. So not the best half for Coffeyville on all facets of the game, but good enough on all 3 facets, all 3 phases to pick up the 10-0 lead heading into the half.
Well, and you mentioned the block, and the Ravens special teams, man, what a run they were on. They blocked the field goal, blocked a punt in that opening quarter, and over the stretch of the end of last week and the start of this week, 4 consecutive kicks blocked by the Red Raven special teams led to a win over Dodge, led to early points in this one against Independence. Obviously, the Pirates have gotten 3 punts off since then, but I feel like, obviously, if you're Nick Dobler, if you're this Red Raven coaching staff, you can't ask for anything more from your special teams right now.
No, absolutely not. I mean, huge game last week. The reason you win essentially with the walk-off blocked kick to win the game, and then to start this game with a blocked field goal, keeping ICC scoreless, and then a blocked punt that led to your field goal. Defense, special teams defense, and even you got the field goal by McCarthy, and then you've got the great punts even into the win by Brady Braun.
Yeah, and it feels like, Matt, credit the Pirate defense where it's due. Until those last two big plays, Independence was playing great defense all half. And still, in a lot of ways, Breck Long, Jaleel Boast, we talked about it on Wednesday night with Angel Ortiz. It's no secret. Those are your two big weapons that you're looking for when you're trying to move the sticks and score points. And Independence has held them to a combined 2 catches for 4 yards in the first half. Boast has 1 catch for -1. Breck has 1 catch for 5. That's the key to beating this Raven team, is if you can find a way to slow down Long and slow down Boast, put pressure on other guys, that's the key. But fortunately for the Ravens, Steven Robinson stepped up.
Yeah, Robinson, it's good to see him back and healthy, and they've just been kind of feeding him and let him wear out that front 7 of the Pirates defense, and then we see him break some tackles, breaking some big plays because of that, and I think they're just going to keep doing that and focusing on the run game, and they've got plenty of guys to cycle in and out if one of them gets tired, but I like what they've done, at least with Robinson. I'd like to see a little bit more. I asked for a big play, and they go to the big play, and it's a strip sack fumble. So we'll see if they take any more shots down the field, because the run game is really, I think, starting to work. And Indy gives up over 130 yards a game.
No doubt they do. And, Matt, some scores around the conference here. Iowa Central, what a thrilling win over Garden. Iowa Central is going to finish the year 5-5 with back-to-back wins to end the season. They get the win 49-45 over Garden City. And Garden falls to 1-9. Of course, that's an asterisk 1-9 with the ineligible players sanctions. But Garden hosts Hutchinson next week. And that team's still talented enough, I think, to give the Dragons a run for their money.
Absolutely. 11 a.m. kickoff in Garden, and a lot riding on it for Hutch. So it's definitely, I'm a big, I'm always a Kyoshi Harris fan, but I'm a big Bronkbuster fan next week.
That's right. Hutchinson in control today over Highland, 37-0. That's in the fourth quarter. Coming up tonight, another big one tonight, Matt, at the Veteran Sports Complex in El Dorado. Butler hosting Dodge City tonight. That Dodge City team, very tough. Ryan Lusby's had a great first season. Ravens, it feels weird as Raven fans, but they need Butler to win tonight, because in order for that 3-way tie for the conference title, the Ravens would need Butler to win today to set up that tiebreaker game. Of course, if Hutch loses, it gets a little complicated, but as of now, Ravens need Butler to win the night over Dodge.
Yeah, well, if Hutch loses, it just sets up that game being for the conference championship with a tie for second. That I think if Butler were to lose, it would go to Butler. But yeah, no, Garden City could play big spoilers next week. But luckily for us, we'll know going into that Butler game what needs to happen if we win and what not, because of tonight's game and the game next week against Hutch and Garden.
That's right. Red Raven halftime show. Ravens lead 10-0 here, presented by our friends at Solutions North Bank. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, our conversation with defensive coordinator Kosai Eldridge on what the Raven defense needs to do to put a bow on this regular season. Raven defense playing pretty well today, but we'll hear from Coach Eldridge in 60 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Looking for a bank that understands your individual needs? We have the solution. At Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank, we offer a variety of accounts to fit a variety of lifestyles and needs. Call Solutions North Bank at 620-251-1313 or stop by our Coffeyville location at 1414 West 11th Street and speak to a new accounts representative today. It's the SNB way. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC.
And before we get into your defense and the guys on your defense, we'll be hearing from two of them a little bit later in the show. Coach, I want to get your thoughts as just somebody that was on the sideline on Saturday, the emotional roller coaster that there was. Obviously Breck had the long touchdown before halftime, and then you end up having your field goal blocked in return for a touchdown. It looks like Dodge City just had the play to swing the game. DJ Jackson ends up blocking the extra point. and then Dodge gets the football back, tries to drive down the field for the win, and then LJ Hall ends up blocking the field goal to keep your conference championship hopes alive. I'm sure that sideline was just an absolute, just craziness after that game was over.
It was definitely crazy, especially when the game was over and we came out on top. But we preach to the guys all the time. You got to keep a level head, and we preach put out all fires on defense. So regardless of what happens in the game, we know we got to go out there and do our own thing.
Well, Coach, let's start with the defensive line and work our way back here under defense. And obviously, two guys that we called names early this year have continued to be two of the top edge rushers on this team. That being Fred Giles and DJ Jackson. And obviously, as you know, in this conference, you need to be able to rush the quarterback and put pressure in the backfield to win football games. And I think those two guys have done a really good job of leading that group and getting some pressure in the backfield.
Oh yeah, they've done a terrific job all season long. They've been really, really consistent for us. Giving a shout out to DJ for being versatile as well. Like, we put him at a couple different positions in the D-line. He's done really, really well for us, and Fred he just plays really, really, really hard.
And I know, obviously you have to have a high motor to play college football, but it feels like Fred Giles is maybe on a different level when it comes to high motor. It feels like we could be 70, 80 snaps into a football game, and it still looks like it's the first third down of the game the way he's getting pressure up the line.
Fred, the way he plays is the way he practices every week. He plays really, really hard. He doesn't get tired, it seems like, which is really nice for us. But I'm really proud of those guys.
And Coach, when you obviously came into Coffeyville as the DC, the tradition of this Red Raven program, strong defenses and being able to stop the run. And this defense has done a great job of stopping the run all season. A big part of that the D-line, big part of that the linebackers as well. But it's just kind of a pillar of this program and a pillar of being a successful team in the Jayhawk that you got to stop the running game. And this team seems to do that at a high level once again this year.
Oh yeah, we definitely spend a lot of time every week trying to figure out how we're going to stop the run for that week. The guys do a really good job locking in and executing everything that we call, and it's been working out for us.
And I know there's still a couple more days of scout and film to go over for Independence, but no stranger to this conference with Samari Collier, with Bryce Kahn over at Dodge City, with Garden City as well, but another mobile quarterback coming up this weekend with Nathaniel Owens. So that just seems to be another wrinkle that the Jayhawk throws into it. It's not just these star running backs you have to worry about. It's also the quarterback that can decide at any given moment to just tuck it and go for 20 yards.
Exactly. Yeah, we've done a pretty good job with dual threat quarterbacks this season. Indy has a good running back quarterback tandem. Really good, one not to be overlooked, and we got to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's this week to make sure we handle that.
Absolutely. Coach, let's talk briefly. Obviously, I feel like something that's really impressed me about this Raven team this year is the depth that they bring. We've had injuries where you wonder, obviously Jaden Shepard missed 3 games early in the season. That seemed like it could be an injury that derailed the season, but, the depth stepped up. Lonnie Burt missed a couple games. The depth stepped up. But I'm curious. I think the D-line is really the best example of the depth on this football team, because obviously Fred and DJ are out there for a majority of snaps, but you have 7-8 D tackles on this team that rotate in. You have 7-8 defensive ends that rotate in, and it seems like there's no drop-off in terms of talent. I mean, obviously having, your top 2 guys out there helps generate more pressure, but it feels like, if Fred or DJ need a third down off or need a play to catch their breath, it's not like you're throwing a play because you're taking them out of the game.
Yes, for sure. I got to give props even before I got here with the recruiting aspect of that, because that's a big part of that. And then the coaching now, like our coaches put a lot of time in, especially with 1s, 2s, 3s, because you never know who's going to go in the game. We play a violent game. People can get hurt, and next man up mentality, but at the same time, too, you got to practice, prepare like you're starting and playing every snap.
No doubt. You mentioned, of course, with Fred, his motor and practice, and you mentioned how, some of these guys have really bought into, moving around their position a little bit, doing what's best for the team any given week. Talk about, before we get into linebackers, just this unit as a whole and the effort they bring every single day. Because like you said, something that we heard from Daniel Tomboy on the men's basketball team last night is, he continued to put in the work in practice and continue to be ready for his opportunity. Went out, had a double-double last night. And I feel like this football team is the same way. All the talent in the world on this football team, but none of that really matters if they don't, go out there and want it. And it feels like this team goes out there every Saturday and wants it.
At all, yeah. That's the story of the game that we all love. If you respect the game will respect you back, and we try to preach that to our kids too. And like I said, practicing really, really hard every week like you're going to play every snap is the way to go about it, and especially the D-line, they do a really, really good job. They just care.
Coach, your linebackers, obviously another position group that has a lot of depth, but I think the top three have really, I think you could make an argument, have been just as good as any linebacker core in this conference. Of course, you have KJ holding it down as the sophomore returner. You have Marquise Lane Owens, who moved from kind of a slot corner hybrid role into outside linebacker and has been one of the best tacklers in the Jayhawk. Yep. And you have the freshman Lonnie Berg, who stepped in and looked like a sophomore from the first game he played. Those three, obviously you have other guys, and we'll talk about them here in a sec, but those three have really just led that room from week one, and they've been impressive.
Yeah, no, those guys right there, they do everything you could ask a football player to do. In my meetings, they're great. They take notes, they listen, they ask questions, they go out there, practice everything that they would do in a game. Practice in a game for them looks very, very, very identical. And I'm really impressed and proud of those guys for the way that they've handled things.
And we talk about, we've talked to a couple of these guys on the show, but, again, the depth shows its head here in this position where you have a couple guys that, either have some multiple responsibilities on defense. Jack Lanning, a guy we talked to, where he can play safety and linebacker. And it was impressive to me that he kind of played that off like it's not a big deal. Like he played DB and linebacker over the course of the game. That's two very different roles. And then you have a guy like Christian Sicard that has been a star on special teams this year, and then can also come in to play linebacker anytime you need him to. So it's just another position group, especially linebacker, where we've seen Alani miss some games this year, and we've seen, I'm sure, points this year, KJ and Marquise be a little banged up, and the fact that you have 3-4 other guys that can go in and still be productive, high quality college football linebackers is impressive.
Yeah, no, that's just a testament to how much they care as well. They go in every week, every day, like it's their last, and it's been amazing for everybody on the team, honestly, because like I tell them every week, which is not necessarily the whole truth, but I tell them we only go as you go. And I like to tell them that because that's what gets them really, really, really going.
No doubt about it. Coach, we move to your secondary now, and before we get into, I know we have a guy here tonight that blocked the game-winning kick against Dodge City, and I definitely want to touch on him because I think he's playing the best football of the season right now. But two guys that have been a common theme that we've talked about all year is the leaders of not just this room, but also probably this defense, and Kyler Christmas and Jaden Shepard. When you got here as a first-year DC here at Coffeyville, working with those two every day, not just the talented players that they are on the field, but it feels like one of those two gets a takeaway almost every single game. But also just the leaders that they are. I remember a game against Garden City, which originally was a loss, Jaden down on the field consoling the kicker, and you can tell that those two are respected just about as much as anybody on this team.
Oh, for sure. The maturity level of those two right there, they help our defense go. Without those guys, we wouldn't be playing as well as we have been playing these last few weeks. And like you said earlier, like Jaden got hurt early, but even when he was down and out, everybody's checking up on him, but he's trying to make sure all of us are okay, especially when he gets back. But now in Kyler, he's the leader back there in the secondary, and that Kyler and then Lauren tandem is beautiful.
Absolutely. And we talked about a couple weeks ago. We talked to Lawrence Brown and LJ for the first time this year, and found out that the nickname for the DB room is Seatbelt Nation, and I love that. But those two guys are another two that I want to touch on. Lawrence Brown, of course, the transfer, was kind of learning the system, kind of like easing his way in at the start of the year, but really this second half of the season has been the perfect complement outside corner with Kyler. Obviously Kyler, there was a lot of pressure on him that he was going to be going up against number ones every single week, and now you have a guy like Lawrence, you have another guy, Savion Kennan, that it feels like there's depth in that room now, and then LJ, who you mentioned, kind of becoming that Jaden mold where he seems like he makes a big play every week now. He's forced to fumble. He's had a big interception against Hutchinson. He had the block kick to beat Dodge. It's just a guy that seems to be finding his way into the big moments.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement in that group, and I think they're finally starting to settle down, and the game's slowing down for him. Another one that I don't think was mentioned was Jarvis Murray as well.
Absolutely.
So Jarvis, Savion, Lawrence holding it down in the corner room, with Christmas playing a little bit of safety, LJ going to safety. Like it's been, and Baruch Hassable as well, like helping us out, being Swiss Army knives, being able to play multiple positions. But like I said, they're starting to settle down and make a lot of plays in the game, slowing down, and it's becoming easy for them.
No doubt. Coach, my only dislike of the coaches show is the fact that when we only have 30 minutes, I wish we could spend 30 minutes talking about the defense. But last thing I have for you here before we get into talking to a couple of your defensive guys, DJ Jackson, LJ Hall here tonight. With 2 games left in the season, we talked about at the start of the show, Indy and Butler. You win, and some pretty big things can happen for this program. But what is the goal, and what is the expectations for this group to finish this season strong and handle the business of an opportunity that you really, like we talked about, you have the ball in your court?
the goal is to win out. And like I said, if you respect the game of football, it should respect you back. So if we go out there this week, take it a week at a time, handle business this week, then we'll get on to the next game against Butler and we'll see what happens.
Your future begins at Coffeyville Community College. If you're a high school senior, make plans now to attend Senior Day at CCC, Thursday, November 19th. Learn more about what CCC can do for you, including academics, activities, November 14th from 9 until noon, beginning in the Spencer Rounds Theater. Register today at coffeyville.edu.
Chevrolet Summer Drive event is in progress at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Get a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and get $57.50 back in rebates. That is 10% off MSRP. Roman Chevrolet has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop the #1 Chevy dealership in Southeast Kansas, Roman Chevrolet 2313 West Main in Independence, or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Ravens as we get ready for the second half here from the Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Shady Matt Jordan alongside with me. Appreciate Coach Eldridge for joining us. Talk a little bit about the defense. And Matt, I think Coach Eldridge is probably pretty happy with how his defense is playing so far today.
Yeah, they've definitely been really good. They're all season they've been bend but don't break. That they've done an excellent job of that. Blocked field goal, stop on 4th and 4. Holding on to the shutout and up 10-0 in this rivalry game, and a chance to continue to make some statements in the second half, and we'll see if they can hold on to the shutout. That's what you'd love if you're CCC, not only win but shut out ICC.
That's right. And Ravens, something we talked about early in the season, Matt, when you go 3-7, it's kind of inevitable that you get the chance at the revenge tour. But I mean, Ravens went out and beat Dodge City. They're leading Independence. They went out and beat Iowa Central. Didn't get the wins over Western or Hutch, but Ravens have gone out and gotten the win against a lot of teams they lost to last year, trying to finish the job against Indy and keep the redemption tour going here in 2024.
Yeah, absolutely, and beating some teams that you should, beating some teams that maybe you weren't favored against, and just couldn't get it done against the two best teams in the nation. And you look at the Garden loss. You threw a pick to the guy that it shouldn't have been allowed to play, and you get the win because of that. But you were highly competitive against that team, who at the time, they were a top 5 team in the nation.
Ro McCarthy ready to boot it. Second half here with the Ravens leading 10-0. McCarthy's kick is returnable at about the 16-yard line. Out across the 25, across the 30, and slowed down at about the 40. Ball came out.
That was a nice return.
It was a nice return. Independence does stay on top of it. Football nearly came out. Now we got a Raven down on the play. And you saw Jaleel Bose nearly immediately motion to the sideline.
That's Hasabu.
That's Buru Kasabu, sophomore safety for the Red Ravens. It'll be Independence football. Let's pause for 30 seconds while the Ravens attend to the injured player.
Stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local derailed commodity flooring and furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Injured Raven is safety Buru Kasamu. And Matt, I mean, we've talked about this a couple times this year, but a great example of how tight-knit this group is and how much of a family culture Nick Dobler has built. There's not one player not on a knee right now for the Red Ravens.
Right, and this has been a key piece of this team and being, attended to by the excellent training staff.
They're going to actually review the previous play. Good to see Buruk sitting up now. He's not on his feet, but he's at least sitting up. They're going to try to help him up to his feet right now. And Matt, are you able to see a replay of that and see? I'm not sure what this is. If this is,
we'll see if
it is the leg or if it was a.
They show me a replay, or I can go back and watch it. One of the two.
Hasabu is able to walk off the field with a little bit of assistance. Immediately gets some love from his teammates.
So right before, so it wasn't. Something happened away from the ball. I'll show you here, Shay. So right before they get on camera, there's a block right here, which is just off the camera, and that's Hasabu right there. And then he hits the dirt, and he's out when he hits.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Scary stuff right there.
I'm not sure what happened.
Certainly appears.
But it looked like he was out before he hit the field. And he was pushed by an ICC player.
Review. There's been determined to be targeting, personal foul, targeting number 15 for Independence. 15-yard penalty, first down. Number 15 has been disqualified from the contest.
Raven bench loves that. But number 15 for the Pirates, that is Austin Yelder, the linebacker, has been ejected for targeting after that block on Buruk Hasabu.
If Andrew wants to give me another replay, I'll take a look here or I can just bounce back. It's either one, but I'd be interested to see if that was the guy involved. It didn't look like it, and again, it could just simply be off camera.
I love this team, man. Brandon Hayward goes to the bench, puts his arm around Buruk. This team's just so tight-knit. It's cool to see. First down, Pirates now at their own 27-yard line. Shotgun snap, 4 wide receivers on the play. It's going to be an outside sweep. Trying to get to the edge. He's able to outrun Jaden Shepard, but then he's met by Kyler Christmas. And a loss of 4 yards for the Pirates.
Number 1, Brayon Townsend on the run.
Stop me if you've heard this before, Matt. Ravens make a play in the backfield, and it's Shepard and Christmas, the two in on the play.
Yeah, that's nothing shocking there. So, all right, so I went back, way back, and in It is at textbook targeting. I'll talk about it here in a second.
Okay, 2nd down and 13 here for the Pirates. Back to throw. Quick out route. Catch is made, and it'll be a gain of about 9 yards or so. That is Calvin Gilbert, the freshman wide receiver. All right, what do you see?
So it's a free blocker, the lead blocker. He hits the hole before the returner does, and I mean just straight contact, lowers the head right underneath Hasavu's chin, and just pure right into the head, the chin area, and that is what knocks out Hasavu. So I mean, lowering of the head, yeah, that's textbook targeting. Good job by the officials to go back and look at that and make the right call, and good to see also that Hasavu gets up and is fine.
3rd down and 13 after the false start penalty by Independence. 10-0 Ravens, early second half.
So great to have this technology.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the Red Raven Sports Network to be able to go back and look at those plays.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew, his entire team, all the camera operators. DJ Jackson has done it again, Matt. Makes a move inside, gets around the left tackle, and gets the sack.
That was an incredible play there.
There's an argument. I know there's a lot of good edge rushers and a lot of good defensive linemen in this league. 7 Cloud at Butler, we'll see in a couple weeks. But over the last month, DJ Jackson might be the best defensive lineman in this league.
Yeah, that was a great move. Just a nice little swim inside and right to the quarterback.
Like you said earlier, I wouldn't want to be a tackle going up against Giles and Jackson. Pick your poison.
No, absolutely not.
4th and 14. Pirates show punt.
Who do you double, in those instances?
Ty Durham, fair catches it at the 34. No offense to Fred, but the way he's playing right now, I think you got to double DJ.
Yeah. But I think part of that is you had to double Fred, and now
DJ's getting going.
Jackson is getting going, and now you're going to have to switch over. And if you try to double both, we see what we saw earlier, where
Elijah Brown gets through.
Yeah, Brown gets through.
At D tackle, yeah, absolutely. And my final thought on Buruk and that play there, like you said, Matt. Obviously, you have a bye week before the Butler game. You hope, from a football perspective, that Buruk can get back on the field and play in that game potentially. But just from a human being standpoint and just from a guy standpoint, Buruk, great guy. Just great to see him be alert, be on the sideline talking, and that's just great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we've talked, that is one position, if he's not able to go in 2 weeks, that you have a lot of depth in.
Jarvis
and there's
Murray,
plenty
exactly.
of guys to step up and fill in. But it is tough to lose a guy like Buruk Hasavu.
And not just the player he is on the field, the leader he is as well. You could see immediately this whole entire team respects a guy like Buruk very, very greatly. 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard run by DeAndre Kelly. Ravens have the football at the 37-yard line, leading this one 10-0 early 3rd quarter. Joseph Vick stands in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his left. Back to throw, stepping up. Vick trying to take off, trying to get to the edge. Flag comes in late down the field. Might be a hold against the Pirates. Seems to be where the flag was thrown.
I like that by Vick, sensing the pressure behind him, steps up in the pocket and just turns it into something instead of nothing, and we'll see if they benefit from a penalty here.
Well, and Vick is something, we haven't seen it today, Matt, but we saw it against Dodge last week when you weren't here. Vick's a tough guy. He had a run last week where he ran for about 12 yards and a first down and took the hit, got the sideline warning against the Ravens.
Sideline warning, just a warning.
But Vick ran for 12 yards and a first down, took the late hit call, got blasted out of bounds, just popped right back up. And so he's a guy that he's not afraid from taking a hit either. So now 3rd down and 6 for the Ravens from the 39-yard line.
You like that from your quarterback.
Ravens need the 45 to move the chains. And the Pirate DB's back up a little bit, guarding the sticks. Vick stepping up, takes off again. Vick trying to dance. He's not going to get to the first down marker. He'll tuck out of bounds after about a yard. And similar to the last play, Matt, I like he was sensing the pressure and stepped up. But I think that time, he decided to run maybe a little early.
Yeah, I think you got to try to stay alive there in at least behind the line of scrimmage and try to find a receiver down the field.
And we're starting to have some jawing here. Brandon Hayward, Breck Long were tangled up there with a couple Pirates. That was Orion Kupu and as well as Quaylen McQueen.
Well, you got to think there's probably some Red Ravens that are a little upset with that hit.
No doubt. On this, even before that hit, there's a line drive by Brady Braun. We'll take a little bit of a Raven bounce inside the 30 and down to about the 26-yard line. And now more pushing and shoving after the play.
Number 47, Brady Braun.
But I completely agree with you that that targeting call maybe escalated things, but I think also at the same time, before that targeting call, this is a rivalry game. These two teams don't like each other anyway.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. These two towns don't like each other.
So it'll be Pirate football at about the 26 with 11:20 to go, third quarter. First down and 10. Back to throw. McAllister looking outside. That's caught. Breaking one tackle, but met at the 29. And Kyler Christmas, as well as Lawrence Brown, made sure he regretted breaking that first tackle.
From Cameron McAllister to number 13, Johnny Shakir.
And we got some more jawing between Fred Giles and a Pirate offensive lineman after the play. It's getting chippy down there, Matt.
That was Shakir, who ducked under the first tackle, but then, like you said, paid the price.
Little bobble on the snap there. They are able to get it to the running back, but a short gain of about 2 yards there. Fred Giles again, the one in on the play.
Run by number 27.
It's so funny to me. We talked a couple weeks ago that the Raven linebackers may be the best position group on the defense. Then the secondary started playing out of their minds. And now we have DJ Jackson and Fred Giles playing well. And it's like, I'm just starting to think this is a really good defense, and there's not a group that really stands above the other one.
No, it's top to bottom. Front four, linebackers, DBs, everybody. Just really, really good defense.
3rd and 4. Quick pass is caught, but the receiver slips. Right at about the first down marker. It depends on the spot. And they'll give it to him first down.
Lucky slip to fall right there.
Kyer Hines with the catch. First down Pirates up to the 36-yard line with 9:47 to go, third quarter.
Division I football being shook up as Miami loses.
Georgia Tech finishes off the upset.
They were number 4.
First down Pirates, down 10-0. Hand off to the running back and fighting his way forward. He's going to get a nice little push there and might have turned a play where he should have probably been stopped at the line of scrimmage into about a 2-3 yard gain.
Brought down by number 30, Frederick Giles.
Another Fred Giles tackle. Man, he is all over the field on this drive. And that's something Coach Eldridge, something that I love what Coach Eldridge said is you got to have a high motor to play college football. You're not going to be out there if you don't have a high motor. But he's like, Fred Giles has a high motor for guys with high motors. Like he's out there in the fourth quarter like it's the first snap of the game. 2nd and 12 here. And stepping up is McAllister, the quarterback. Big hit from behind. Lucky he held on to the football. That was Lane Owens lowering the shoulder.
We've seen a lot of McAllister here in the latter parts of the first half and start of the third quarter, and hasn't really mattered too much who's been the quarterback. The defense has done a pretty good job of controlling the ICC offense.
8.5 to go, third quarter. 10-0 Ravens. 3rd and 11 coming up for Independence. Nick Dobler's squad trying to get their 8th win of the season. McAllister back to throw, taking a shot on a post up the middle. That's caught. And a first down into Raven territory. That's the top receiver, Nathan Owens. It's a nicely run route right there. Snuck his way right in the zone.
Found the hole in the zone that was ahead of the sticks and, presented those numbers to the quarterback, made an easy throw.
First down Pirates at the Raven 48-yard line. Pirates tried to spot that ball an extra yard or two forward, and one of the Raven defensive linemen kicked it back.
That's pretty good.
I liked that. That was funny. No, you will start at the 49. First down, Pirates. McAllister in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to throw, looking right, taking a shot down the seam. He's got a man open, it's caught. A perfect throw, and into the end zone is Cortez Fisher, touchdown Independence.
Cortez Fisher spun that football in the end zone, much like he did on that first down. Quickly realized, oh no, I got penalized for that last time. Picked it up and handed it to the official.
Flag comes in late, man. I'm not sure if that was a scrum down at the goal line or if that was for the celebration.
It was a pretty funny reaction by Cortez.
The Pirates are back in this football game. We'll see what
that was a huge play. It's a great throw, great
perfect
catch.
Throw.
Just absolute
best throw we've seen all day. Cameron McAllister. We'll hear what the penalty's for.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 1, taunting the opponent. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced
Shepard
on a
taunting.
kickoff.
That's a rare Jaden Shepard penalty.
Yeah, doesn't happen often. I wonder. I'm
kicking off from the 50.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering what the taunt would have been. It was after the touchdown. Did he say scoreboard? Nearly another block kick there for the Ravens. Kick is good. That was nearly blocked again. Jarvis Murray off the edge. But Ravens still lead 10-7. Independence in the end zone. A perfect throw from McAllister to Cortez Fisher. 10-7. Ravens lead. 7:33 to go third quarter. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98, the Red Raven Sports Network.
Is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Think you have to drive to the big city to get your best deal on a vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
Pirates in the end zone for the first time this afternoon on a Cortez Fisher touchdown catch. 10-7 Ravens lead. 7:33 to go third quarter, I should say. Brandon Hayward.
It's good.
It is good. That would have tied the game.
And put that through the uprights.
Brandon Hayward, I don't know if you saw that, man. That was a pretty funny reaction. Literally, as soon as the ball went off of the foot of the kicker, Brandon Hayward didn't even bother to turn around. He just went and started trotting off the field.
He knew. Sometimes you see teams go for the onside kick there just because there's not a lot to lose in that instance, but often you just kick it away.
So Ravens had a great offensive drive to end the first half, but for most of the first half, the offense struggled. We'll see if Joseph Vick and company can build off of that outstanding drive to end the half. 10-7, Ravens lead, 7:33 to go, third quarter. Vick in the shotgun, pressure off the edge. Handoff up the middle to Robinson, pushing forward. He'll have about 2 yards. Tackle was made by number 97, Lyndon Williams.
This first half play calling by Coach Ortiz is giving me very Jeff Liker flashbacks. Just running the ball no matter what, playing good defense, and so far it's worked enough, but now ICC has made things a little bit interesting.
Second down and 8. Vick changes the play at the line of scrimmage. ICC showing some pressure. 6:49 to go third quarter. Another handoff. Robinson pushing his way forward. Got to about the 30-yard line, and it's going to be third down and about 4 for the Ravens. Ravens have really been content, like you said, with those 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5s most of the day.
So 3rd and 6.
Only one catch today for Breck Long. Only one catch today for Jaleel Bose. Got to be thinking here on 3rd and 6. They're probably looking at one of them.
I was going to say, not too many, 5 or 6 attempts even from
Screen pass to Boast. Cuts up the field, breaks a tackle, but he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Tackle was made by Orion Kupu. 4th and 1 here for Coffeyville, and they'll send out the punt team. So second catch of the day for Jaleel Boast, but he cannot move the chains. Now Brady Braun for the 5th time today will boot it away. Snap is good. Braun gets that one away, and Wynn picks it up, but it's still a pretty good kick for Brady. It'll bounce inside the 25 and taken again at about the 26-yard line after a back hop, but with the wind in his face, about as good as you could do there for Brady Braun.
Another field flipper. I mean, I think it just shows how smart Brady Braun is as a punter. He's learned from those first couple of kicks and how the wind is affecting and interacting with his kicks, and now he's in a position where he's pinning them, flipping the field.
And Matt, we talked to Coach Ortiz at the pregame, and he said, you never, we want to score every time we touch the football. We want to put up 30 points a game. But he did mention that it's nice to have an elite defense that helps them out when they're not clicking. And they're not clicking today. Defense and special teams have stepped up so far. They won an ugly game against Dodge last week. Might have to win ugly again today.
Yeah. You don't. It's not necessarily what you wanted to see, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get the W in the win column.
Big blitz off the edge. Jaden Shepard coming in. Throw down the field is incomplete. Lot of contact, and a flag comes in late.
2 flags. This is going to be pass interference.
Yeah, that was Jarvis Murray, and you could see the jersey tug from up here.
Jaden Shepard was also held on a blitz that wasn't called.
Pass interference. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic.
Good news is at the college level, Matt, we've talked about this. That was about 35, 40 yards down the field, but it's only a 15-yard penalty. So to move the ball up to the 41-yard line, first down Pirates, trailing 10-7. Each of these teams have missed a kick today. Ravens with a straight miss right, and Pirates had one blocked. That one caught, big hit. L.J. Hall. Catch is made, but he paid the price for it. And a Raven a little slow to get up after the play. That's DJ Jackson.
That's not good for Coffeyville.
Hopefully just a cramp. Appears like they're treating it like it's just a cramp.
Yeah. Well, I can't speak for what they have over at ICC, but training staff at CCC, some of the best in the Jayhawk, and it's so good to see them week in and week out with what the injuries that we've had to key players, Crean, Arviso, Robinson, Jones, just getting them, knowing when to get them off the field and being able to get them back onto the field quickly or back into action quickly. Jaden Shepard earlier this year, and it's so great to have a group like that.
You hear it all the time, Matt. Obviously, there's moving parts to what makes a football team successful. You got to have a good athletic director at the top. Ravens do with Bryce Saya. Got to have a good head coach, Nick Dobler. Got to have good coordinators, Angel Ortiz, Kosai Eldridge. Got to have a good quarterback. Got to have, good support staff. Got to have a good head athletic trainer because if you don't, like you said, injuries pile up, and all of a sudden a season can get away from you quick.
Yeah. Well, and you got to have an athletic trainer that you can trust because they're the ones making the ultimate decision about the player's health.
That's right. Back to throw here, McAllister taking a shot up the seam. That's intercepted. We're coming the other way for the Ravens. Inside the 45. And, Matt, it's Mr. Big Play in the last month. L.J. Hall with a pick after the Indy receiver slipped. The Raven defense comes up with another big stop.
I don't think it mattered that he slipped. That ball was getting stepped in front of no matter. What a play by L.J. Hall.
Just add it to the highlights. He's had a blocked kick. He's had a forced fumble. And now he's got a pick. His second pick of the year. He also had an interception against Hutchinson.
Yeah, he read that the whole way. The receiver slip made it easier for him, but he read that the whole way. He was stepping in front of that, I think, no matter what.
Handoff. Vic with a keeper. It was a read option. That ball came out. Vic got a pounce on it, and he did.
I think he might have been down, but anyway.
Flag comes in late.
Away from the play, too.
Yeah, it was Boast and an offensive lineman that were tangled up with a couple ICC defenders. Didn't see who would have initiated the flag.
It's taking a little longer to get chippy than I thought it would, but this is about what I expected. Hopefully this isn't on Coffeyville. If it is, you're looking at second and long.
Halfway to Indy?
Yeah, second and the state line. A lot of discussion.
Yeah, there's
a lot of discussion.
Well, I'm sure they're debating it should be offsetting.
Was he down?
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense. Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 1, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Matt, that's on Socrates Olafipo. Awesome name.
I was going to say, what a name. what
not
a name.
Not a great play for him.
Not a great play,
but an awesome name.
What a name.
Might have to get me a Socrates Olafipo jersey after we're done here. 4.5 to go. Ravens in Independence territory after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It's a 2-yard run for Robinson. More shoving after the play. Durham gets tangled up with Rodarius Hardy.
Yeah, there's a lot of chippiness.
These two teams,
by number 9,
they're not playing nice
Robinson.
down there.
No, they are not.
Ty Durham's a pretty composed guy, but he was down there. They were shoving back and forth. We saw Boast get into it on the play before. I mean, wide receivers and DBs are talking every play, Matt, but it's more than talking right now. They're starting to exchange some shoves back and forth.
Yeah, some little extra blocking, and yeah, there's a lot going on.
2nd down and 8 for the Ravens at the 35-yard line of the Pirates. 4:11 to go, third quarter. Vic in the shotgun. Pressure shown off the left tackle. ICC's been very aggressive blitzing here in the third quarter.
It's worked, too.
Ravens got to get the snap off. They still have about 15 on the play clock. So Vic will make his adjustments at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8. Need the 27-yard line to move the chains. And a RPO trying to hook up there with Boast. A lot of contact, incomplete.
That looked really similar to what got the
pass intended for number 17, Jaleel Bost. That one falls incomplete.
Not throw it that time.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Coffeyville.
3rd and 8 coming up. And I agree with you. It looked almost like an identical play to the one in the first quarter.
Yeah, that feels like an easy pass interference play.
So 3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line. Timeout taken by Nick Dobler. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout as well as pause for station identification. We'll be right back. That's a highlight.
Nurses and other medical professionals are focused on you and your health. Our board-certified general surgeons provide expert surgical care close to home. From a routine colonoscopy to a life-saving mastectomy, the general surgeons at CRMC are equipped to handle many types of surgical procedures. For more information, call CRMC Medical Group at 620-252-1639.
Jaleel Boast, 3rd and 8 for the Ravens. Jaleel Boast coming back onto the field. Had some words with our line judge, Matt, as a play. And he was like, he's hugging me, bro.
Yeah, that's you gotta let him make the catch.
3rd and 8. Blitz off the right tackle this time shown for ICC. Vic back to throw, trying to escape outside. Vic got to get it off. He throws down the sideline. It is a jump ball. Looks like it's incomplete. Flag on the play.
It's going to be defensive holding, I think. Yeah, it is. Defensive holding.
Another flag. I mean, it's been almost every play in the second half.
There's a bunch. We talked about it, you and I, just the two of us, pregame, our guests on penalties, and we're right.
I thought we might have been saving it for Butler, but no, we're starting early.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Ending the year with 2 big games for playoff implications against your 2 biggest rivals. This was destined to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, so free first down there for Coffeyville.
You'll take it. First down, Ravens at the 25-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. It has been ugly. It has been sloppy at times, but Ravens lead by 3 and are moving on this drive thanks to a little bit of help from the Pirate defense. Another very aggressive defensive look, and that's going to be a short run of about a yard. I don't think Coach Donnerson's going to care about how anybody on his team played if they don't win here today, Matt, but he's got to be pretty proud of how his defense has competed.
This defense has been very good, very good. Especially a defense that allows almost 350 yards a game and 32 points a game.
They have really stepped up to the big stage here today. Under 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 2nd and 9 for the Ravens at the 24-yard line. Got to get to the 15. Vic back to throw, stepping right. Vic trying to float it and just throws it away. Nothing was there. He had Durham down the field. He was trying to look underneath to Long, I think, and once that was covered, Vic does the mature thing and just dumps it out of bounds, lives to play for another down.
It'll be 3rd down for Coffeyville.
Matt, we talked about it in the first half. This would be a 41-yard kick.
Outside of the pocket. Legally grounded the ball, 3rd down.
There you go. So no intentional grounding. But this would be a 41-yard kick for Rowan McCarthy. He's capable of hitting a 41-yarder, no problem.
Into the wind.
But with the wind, that makes it interesting, especially when Rowan's missed a kick today. So the Ravens will hand it off here on 3rd down. Robinson gets inside the 20 to about the 19, and now it'll be 4th and about 3. And Matt, do you think about going for it here?
Run by number 9.
Or do you just try to take your points?
I think, the way your defense has been playing, I think going for it is the right call. Looking at the chat, I just noticed this. We talked about Vic's toughness. This guy said he coached Vic in high school, and he played the entire game with a partially torn ACL. He didn't know it. So it's the toughest kid he's ever coached.
That's a really cool story right there. And it backs up how he plays here in Coffeyville.
Yeah, he is a tough kid. I assume from when we were talking about how tough he is earlier. I like this decision. I don't like that decision.
It was a handoff to Kelly, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Pirates come up with the stop.
I like the decision. I don't like the play call. I think you got to try to find Breck Long in the middle just enough for a first down or let him break a tackle. The run game really hasn't worked outside of a handful of plays. I don't really like the play call.
And we really haven't seen much of, something that's really become an identity for this Raven offense, Matt, is Breck Long and Jaleel Boast, your 2 top pass catchers, having Breck kind of on that underneath and Jaleel over the top of him, that high-low look.
Yep.
You got to pick one to cover, and the other one's usually open. We haven't seen Boast and Long line up on the same side of the field very much today.
No, and I know it was quick and you were trying to catch him off guard, but I love the decision. I don't like the play call.
2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Pirates take over at their own 19. McAllister back to throw, taking a shot up the sideline, trying to attack Jarvis Murray. Incomplete, no flag.
They got the flag on Murray earlier. That time Murray good defense without interfering, and that'll set up 2nd and 10. A lot of big shots I've noticed by ICC in this third quarter. A lot of shots down the field.
2nd and 10 coming up. After the incomplete pass, good coverage on the play by Jarvis Murray. Right now, Murray and Kennan, the two outside corners, Kyler Christmas and Lawrence Brown, not out there. And quickly underneath, there's Kennan making the stop after a gain of about 6 yards. 3rd down and medium coming up for Independence.
Pass is caught by number 3, Cortez Fisher.
And, Matt, we talked about it with the safety depth, corner depth, too. I mean, Kyler and Lawrence Brown, probably your top 2 guys, but Savion Kennan, Jarvis Murray, I mean, this secondary room just has maybe a dozen guys that can go out there and make plays every single Saturday. 3rd and 3, Pirates need the 29-yard line to move the sticks. Shotgun look here for Independence. 10-7 Ravens, late third quarter. Back to throw, looking for a quick in route, incomplete through the hands of Cortez Fisher, the player who caught the touchdown earlier in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been the big play guy for ICC, but couldn't come up with that one.
He'll tell you after the game he should have had it. That should have been a first down catch for the Pirates. It was not. Ravens catch a break. Pirates show punt.
Well, while we wait for this punt, I got some breaking news, sad news for Dallas Cowboys fans, which I assume there's a lot in this area. Dak Prescott out for the season.
Brutal.
Yeah, so it is Cooper Rush time in
the Gold
Dallas.
Rush.
Maybe Trey Lance.
Tank for Shador. 4th down. And Ravens show some pressure. LJ Hall not far off from getting a hand on that one, but it's an outstanding punt. Durham recognizes it, has to pick it up. Now just trying to pick up some yardage. Big hit at the 6. No flag.
How is that not?
That looked like a shoulder to the head, Matt.
Yeah, how is that not a shot to the head? You can't just lower your shoulder into someone's head.
1st and 10 for Coffeyville.
Oh, that was almost dangerous.
And that was Ty Durham's been a really quality punt returner for most of the season, Matt, but he saw that bounce, and I think he panicked. I think he thought that was going to die at about the 2-yard line.
I think it was.
And he went to grab it.
I think it was. I think it was a heads-up call in that aspect, but
good to see. It looks like Ty's okay.
Yeah, he took a shot to the head.
Yeah, he's not out there here on 1st down, but he's moving around. It seems like he's okay.
Just got his bell rung a bit.
1st down, handoff Robinson, and he's blown up in the backfield.
Well, before the game started,
DeAndre Kelly.
Before the game started, you and I, we saw Coach Liker down on the field. And I'm wondering if Liker got a hold of the play calling, because this is very Coach Liker-esque. I haven't seen this many just run plays called since last year. This is Coach Liker bread and butter written all over it. And except for, I don't think Coach wouldn't be out of the shotgun. He'd be under center.
That's right.
But it's not working for this Coffeyville team right now.
Another inside zone. Kelly gets some yardage here, about 3 yards, but 3rd and long coming up for the Red Ravens inside their own 10-yard line.
Run by number 4.
If you're Independence, Matt, you're in the spot you want to be in. You're down 1 score on the road. You have a chance to win this game. I mean, if you're ICC, you feel like you're in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, you do, especially pinned deep. Now it's 3rd and long. But they let the clock run, and they can go to the 4th quarter. This is big if you don't get it, that you're letting it go to the 4th, because now you get to punt it with the wind.
4th quarter coming up. Ravens lead 10-7. Going to be another close one here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. 4th quarter starts in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. True commitment to the community, true commitment to the surrounding area. All of the sandwiches that we put in the vending machines have a 5 to 7 day shelf life. Usually when those sandwiches go out of date, we always donate our our products to Genesis. We have 16 branches, and all 16 branches follow that core value. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. Ravens clinging to a one-score lead, fourth quarter. Need to win to keep their conference title hopes alive. It's almost like we had the script last week, Matt.
Yeah, they're focused. Coffeyville's been focused on running the football and
36 runs in 46 plays.
Only 10 passes.
And they run it here on third down. Kelly to about the 14-yard line, so it'll be fourth and about 3, but I think they were just kind of giving Brady Braun some room to try and boot one as far as he can.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he does here because he's got the wind at his back, and it is blowing about as hard as it has. And Braun has a massive leg.
School record for highest average on punts in a game, 55 set last week against Dodge City.
I saw the school record one of my first-year years for longest punt.
Braun, clean snap, got it away, lets the wind take hold of it. It bounces inside the 30 and down at about the 25-yard line. Well done.
That's, again, a field flipper. That all the way from the 13 down to the 25. That is a
He means business today. We're not seeing any celebrations.
Massive punt. And he's John with the ICC.
He's exactly the kind of person that would get into it. There it is. There's the celebration. Little kick into a spin down on the sideline.
We have so much fun on this team. There's a team full of fun. Breck Long, Boast, Giles, Jackson, Christmas, Hall,
Jaden,
KJ, Jaden, and how is my favorite player the punter?
I can't disagree with you. That one deflected up in the air, incomplete. That was a heads-up play there by the Pirate offensive lineman, Elijah Miller, Matt. That ball tipped up in the air. Lane Owens would have had a shot at a pick six right there, but Miller was just kind of played defense there and tackled Lane Owens to make sure he couldn't get to that football.
Yeah, that was a good call.
One of the few times a linebacker's tackled him in the course of a game. I'm sure Marquise is like, what the heck?
Those linemen don't get to tackle very often.
No, they do not. Second down and 10 here for the Pirates. Still trailing 10-7, 14:08 to go.
A lot of ball game left here.
Ravens showing some pressure. Jackson tried to come inside. That ball incomplete, intended for underneath for the receiver. Ajani Shakir in coverage was KJ Johnson.
I think that one got tipped as well. It looked like it just kind of died once it got past the line of scrimmage.
We got some more chirping back and forth. Offensive line and defensive line, I can't imagine what's being said down there.
They've been going at it both
all
on the field.
All second half.
Yeah.
3rd and 10, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. And they get DJ Jackson to jump. That was a really late time to throw the flag. They gave him about 6 seconds to react to that. So now our officials are going to talk about it. They're going to call false start, Matt. So DJ Jackson had jumped, but they never called it. DJ got back, and I think when Independence was celebrating that he had jumped, they get flagged for the false start.
You can. So here's what the offensive lineman should have done. As soon as DJ Jackson jumped offsides, then you go.
Yep.
Then it's an offsides penalty. But they waited too long. They waited too long to jump.
So 3rd and 15 now for the Pirates. 13:52 to go. Back to throw, looking on the left sideline, taking a shot. Broken up. Flag comes in late. Brown and Christmas were in coverage. LJ Hall also in the area.
It's triple coverage that he threw that into.
Might have just been one of those throws that was trying to draw a flag. It might have worked.
How is that offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference?
Pass interference. Defense number 15.
I don't agree with that call at all.
Spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Unless I'm not seeing something on the angle that I have, I don't agree with that call at all.
Brown had made a play on the football, but I didn't see him make contact with the receiver. But it moves the chains up to the 35.
That's a horrible call. I don't see any pass interference.
And a keeper for the quarterback. He's got room to run across midfield into Raven territory. Tripped up by LJ Hall, but a big run for the Pirates into Raven territory with a chance to tie or take the lead. And one of those, you talk about it, Matt, you never want the game to come down to the officials being able to make an impact, but a 3rd and 15 questionable call. There's a fumble, though, and racing for the football. It's still loose. Back inside the 30, it's still loose.
Pick it up, big boy.
And the Ravens have
it. Let's go.
That ball rolled for about 50 yards, and you know what they say, Matt? Ball don't lie. Raven football.
That was wild. That ball just kept going and kept going.
Eerily similar to that Louisiana Tech play. Do you know?
I know what you're talking
about.
It
was 2nd and goal from the 7 after an 85-yard fumble. Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Who ended up with that football, Matt?
I didn't see it.
It was big 98, Michael Jamerson. The Owasso kid. They make some pretty good football players with the Owasso Rams.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, I was trying to figure out who ran that football on the long quarterback run. Was that Isaiah Nathaniel? It looked like a 2, but it could have been a 7 because they bounce back and forth.
We've seen different looks at quarterback today.
Yeah, I thought I think it was 2, but there's only a defensive guy listed as number 2. Tykea Neal. So
then on the next play, I'm curious. I don't know if you had a good look at it, but was it a fumble on the exchange, or did Townsend just never really have it?
Yeah, I'll have to go back
because he wasn't hit. That ball came out before he was touched. Man, talk about the Raven defense just coming up big, time after time. Looks like
I can get another. I've asked Andrew for a lot of replays. Let's see if I can get him.
We're making Andrew work hard.
See if I can get him to give me.
Can we get a look at how that fumble happened? Do we have any looks at that? No, we don't have a look at it.
Okay, all right.
But it is 1st and goal for the Ravens.
I can always go back.
Just inside the 10. Vic in the shotgun. Kelly. And about a 1-yard run.
We've got a
little bit of a watch party on the other side of the room.
And I just heard from the what would you call the peanut gallery, I guess. It's the same play over and over. And that's how I feel. I can relate. It feels like it's the same play over and over and over again. I gave Coach Ortiz a lot of credit earlier in the season for his diverse play calling. But it has been very, very much just run up the middle.
Well, that one worked well.
And that one's working.
Kelly,
what a push!
Gets a little help from his friends, and Independence thinks the ball came out late. There's still no signal.
Indy is celebrating like it's theirs. But when did it come out? That's what you got to look at. It's Indy's ball.
Pirates have the football. I'm sure we're gonna look at this.
When did it come out? And I'm telling you, you won't be able to see anything on replay.
Pile, no. That pile was crazy. Officials talk about it. Let's hear what they have to say.
Now a penalty flag comes out.
Ravens celebrating that one. Now, is that on the celebration, or could that be like a face mask? What are we talking about here?
That's probably something said, if we're being honest. What do you call here?
Well, like you said, whatever the call is, it's going to be almost impossible to reverse it.
Yeah.
There was a pile of 8 linemen in there.
How deep was the ball recovered? Did he come out after he crossed the line? Did he fumble before he crossed the line? There's a lot to look at here. I'm going to say he probably crossed the line and then dropped it, but
here's our official.
How do you determine that?
There's no foul on the play. The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. The previous play is under official.
They're going to try to look at it, yeah.
Good luck.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're going to see that could change it.
I mean, I think they made the right call, because how else can you determine if it was a fumble or not?
Right.
Because, ICC has it, but I don't know. I'm going to go back and see possibly if you can make anything out.
Yeah, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care.
While they take a look at this one, and we'll take a look at it as well, let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Be famous instead. I let
With a new name, Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy with the merger is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
9 big guys, that's what I see. We're taking a look at this previous play here, and it's tough to see, but Matt, I mean, my big thing that I see, nobody's acting like the football is out. If that ball came out, Independence is jumping on it, and the Ravens are trying to jump on it too.
The issue here is that it was called a fumble on the field.
Right.
And I don't think
the officials can assume that it was a touchdown, but you need to have the evidence.
Yeah. Now, I will say the replay does have extra angles that we don't have. So maybe they can see something that tells you it's a touchdown. But man, what a series of plays here, just with the fumble all the way down inside the 10, then the run, and you might have turned it over, or could be a touchdown. It's got to be one of two things. It's either a touchdown or it's a touchback. And
welcome to the Montgomery County Classic.
Yeah.
It's just pandemonium.
And we'll see what they call here.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called.
Yeah,
it's going to be a fumble. There was nothing. I was going to say.
So they couldn't confirm it, but it's the fact that they called it a fumble. They can't overturn it.
Tough break for the Ravens.
We're going to have to do something, and they'll have it all the way on the 20. But you got to do something on offensive play calling. This run up the middle stuff just is not working. You got to do something, bubble screen or something, because the play calling is about as uncreative as I've seen an Angel Ortiz offense have this season.
And now you're asking the Raven defense to step up again. First down, Pirates at the 20-yard line, running back to the right. Pirates down 10-7. McAllister looking underneath. Jumped! Picked off! Pick six, Lonnie Burt! One play, Ravens in the end zone! Ball don't lie, Matt Jordan! Lonnie Burt, house call! Touchdown, Coffeyville!
Ball don't lie. That's about one of the biggest examples of that I have ever seen.
Lonnie Burt, he's had a ton of big plays in his freshman year. That's the biggest one.
Incredible. Just read it the whole way, stepped right in front of it.
A lot of Lonnie Burt fans down there on the Ravens sideline.
What a play.
He's up to 40, 45 helmet taps down there.
That was telegraphed. Read the whole way. Read the
Ran the
eyes,
route better than the receiver did.
and just stepped right in front of it, and that was an easy touchdown.
McCarthy's extra point is good. Pick 6, Ravens defense with the biggest play of the day. Lonnie Burt, a pick 6. Ravens 17-7, 12:23 to go. Ravens trying to hang on at home. We're back in 60 seconds.
There's
November 19th. Learn more about what CCC can do for you, including academics, activities, athletics, fine arts, technical programs, and student services. Plus, take a campus tour. CCC Senior Day, Thursday, November 14th from 9 until noon, beginning in the Spencer Rams Theater. Register today at coffeyville.edu.
Chevrolet Summer Drive event is in progress at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Get a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and get $57.50 back in rebates. That is 10% off MSRP. Roman Chevrolet has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop the #1 Chevy dealership in Southeast Kansas, Roman Chevrolet 2313 West Main in Independence, or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
If you're going to win a championship, you need all 3 phases to step up. The Ravens have blocked 2 kicks today. The offense has gone 69 yards in 2 plays. And when it seemed like Independence had momentum, the defense gets a pick 6. McCarthy sends it away. This one returnable, and about the goal line, they're going to take it out. Christian Sicard trying to run down the return man. Go out a hole here. Across the 30. And he's across the 40 up to the 47. Flags come in late.
A lot of flags. I think this is a pretty easy holding call.
We got a Pirate shaken up after the play as well.
I think it's the one that committed the penalty.
But Matt, this is something Nick Dobler's talked about at length this year. We have a good defense. We have a good offense. We have a good special teams. But we're one of the best teams in the nation when they all play together. And today, there's been some plays where it is a hold against Independence. There's been a missed kick by special teams. There's been a fumble by the offense. There's been some inconsistency from the offense. But all 3 phases today have made their own huge play in this game.
Yeah, the touchdown right before the end of the half for the offense, and you've got, obviously special teams done a lot, and the defense has done a lot. So you need it to win games like this, and especially against rivals, and you need it to beat teams like Butler in 2 weeks.
First down Pirates from the 25-yard line, 17-7 Ravens after the pick 6 from linebacker Lonnie Burt. McAllister stepping up underneath. That's caught, tripped up. After a 2-yard gain, tackle was made by K.J. Johnson.
Number 13,
man, what a talented linebacker he is. He's done it at the Mike spot. He's done it at the outside linebacker spot. He's just a guy, see ball, get tackle, and he's done that better than just about anybody. 2nd and 8. Giles nearly jumped.
They've been a little aggressive.
When you have star edge rushers, they like to get that snap down. McAllister looking outside. That one picked off as well. Jack Lanning has the football.
Boy, this thing got ugly quick.
The Red Ravens have gotten 2 interceptions in a 3-play stretch. Jack Lanning this one.
That looked like it was to Lanning. The receiver wasn't even ready for it.
Flag comes in late.
That's got to be on ICC. There's no CCC players on the field. That was Nathan Owens, the intended receiver, and he didn't even have his back turned.
Lanning, Matt, from 1A Marion, Kansas. He's played safety and linebacker for this team, and man, he just made a big play right there playing safety.
I wonder what this call is. Like, Is this on the coaching staff? Is it on the player? I mean, there's not much you can. It's not like it was a bad officiating call or anything. It was just simply a bad throw by McAllister. So what's the penalty going to be on? Is it against the? I wonder if it's a sideline warning, maybe, or.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Independence number 77. 15-yard penalty for the dead ball spot. First down.
Elijah Miller.
First unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the game.
Like you said, Matt, this is just avalanched here for the Pirates. 2 costly turnovers, some costly penalties. And now the Ravens, if they can finish off here, they're going to start at the 16-yard line. You feel like if they can find the end zone here, it's really going to make this difficult for Independence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Credit to this Ravens team. I know we've talked about, it has not been their cleanest game by any means, but this is a team that just stands in there and competes and does it at a high level. Hand off to Kelly, a little counter look there, and nice gain of about 4 yards.
They also do a good job of forcing you to beat yourself. They've done that a bit here tonight. We've seen them do it, against some of the other teams as well. Highland and.
Well, and what's the thing we always talk about with Hutchinson and Iowa Western, Matt? They make you beat them.
Yeah.
They don't beat themselves.
Yep.
This Raven team's starting to learn not to beat themselves.
Well, in the 2 games they've lost, especially Hutch, they've beaten themselves. So.
Second down and 7 here for Coffeyville.
You win all the games where you don't beat yourself.
Kelly fights his way inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short. They're sticking with that run game, man.
They are. They are. They're not going away from it. And here comes a flag. I don't know if this is going to be on us or them.
This has been a messy second half.
Trying to pull them back. This has been a messy. This has been a very. That's on us.
That's going to be on Coffeyville's number.
Oh, it's offsetting. That's good.
That is the first unsportsmanlike penalty of both players.
That was called on 60, I believe, for the Ravens.
Yeah.
That is Devin Waller. Waller, the starting center.
He's the one that ended up on the ground.
So 10:36 to go. It's 3rd down. Ravens need the 6-yard line to move the chains. They're at the 9. Pick in the shotgun. DeAndre Kelly is running back.
No boast on this 3rd and 3. I'd like to see maybe Breck Long over the middle, but I think it's going to be a run up the middle.
It is. Kelly tried to make one man miss. I think he got driven back about a yard short. Matt, while we were talking about the offensive line, it's a guy we haven't said his name all year, and I think that's a great thing. But the left tackle, Khalil Walker. I mean, we don't say his name for penalties. We don't say his name for giving up sacks. I mean, that's another thing that's been huge for this team. They have a left tackle that just goes out there and dominates every week.
Yeah, it's a big part of why the offense has had the success it has had.
So they're going to bring out 4th and 1 here. It looks like Breck Long is going to line up at quarterback.
Yeah. They're going jumbo set. They're just going to let Breck run with it.
Is this just going to be a QB power play here?
Or are you going to try to jump them off sides and see if you can't get the first down that way?
There's a timeout before the play. And it's Nick Dobler wanting to talk it over. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. 4th down for the Ravens. Leading 17-7, trying to put the Pirates away here at home. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Filet Olay Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon. It's filet mignon. A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon. It's filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Savor the juicy Filet Olay Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo. That's a wrap. No, that's a bowl.
(17-7) Ravens lead. 9:32 to go. Lonnie Burt with a huge pick 6 here in this fourth quarter. Now the Ravens have a 4th and 3 at the 9-yard line. Shane Neal, Matt Jordan alongside with you. Matt, 17-7. All three phases we've talked about it have had their own moment today where they've stepped up. But I think the hero of the day has been the Red Raven defense.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That Red Raven defense, turnovers, touchdowns, they've done what they've needed to this afternoon.
Offensive touchdown was scored by Steven Robinson in the closing moments of the first half. They motion Kelly out wide. Snap to Long. Follows his blocks. Breck inside the 5. Ball came out late.
Was he down or did he lose it?
They're acting like he lost it. Breck got rocked at about the 3-yard line.
It was a nice run up until that. It's Indy ball. Man, that's tough.
2 fumbles inside the 5 for the Ravens here in the second half.
Rolling out field, there's a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, independent.
Matt, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. You might be able to survive Independence here this afternoon with the mistakes you've made on offense, but 2 fumbles inside the 5 and the inconsistencies the offense has had, you're not going to beat Butler playing like this.
Well, and I can't the shadows from the field where the camera angle is, I can't tell if his knees were down or not. I don't know how that's not reviewable, though.
Pirates will start at their own 2-yard line. The Raven defense has been aggressive and successful all day. Do they try for a safety here? Pistol snap, handoff. It is a safety. No, they pull it back. They chased down the running back. It's actually a great run for the quarterback. Ravens sold out on the running back, hit him in the end zone, but the quarterback tucks it and runs for a nice gain of 20 yards.
And now we've got penalties on the sideline. This may be 15 tacked on to the end of this run. This could be a big momentum swing for ICC. There's 2 flags. I think we might have a holding as well that could bring this back.
I don't know if there's any truth to it, Matt, but I did hear off to our left that maybe somebody on the Pirates sideline kind of shoved one of our defensive players and might have triggered a reaction.
I see the hold. Yeah, there was a push. I see that at the end of the play.
Did the Independent sideline think that was a late shove there? Is that what they're kind of deeming? Oh, yep, I see what you're talking about. Well, we'll wait to see what the officials have to say about it. It is, for now, a great run for the Pirates. And now the officials ready to determine.
After the play, dead ball, flagrant personal foul, Independence, a non-dressed player on the sideline. 15-yard penalty. After this is to the goal from the dead ball spot, first down. That person has been ejected from the game.
Well, we have an ejection. He's walking off the field. Yep, I see it.
Second Pirate to be tossed today.
Yep. Non-dressed player.
That's something that, that's an impressive accomplishment there. To be thrown out of a game you didn't play in.
Yeah, that's something else.
He's taking his time getting out of here.
That's a long walk.
That's a long walk.
Long walk to the locker room. Oh, the camera crew putting him on
Andrew, that's not nice.
Spotlight on YouTube, man.
Man.
Yeah, that guy right there. He's the one that got tossed. Non-dressed player.
So the Ravens catch a break there. After a big-time play for the Pirate offense, it's going to end up being a net neutral of what? About 10 yards?
Something like that. Jackson put his hands up. I thought for sure he had done something. But, yeah, there was a little shove.
Well, was Jackson the one who shoved the running back out?
No.
Okay.
Jackson was the one trailing the play.
The one who had
The
one who had shoved the quarterback out of bounds, I think you could have argued it was close to the sideline, but I think it was a legal tackle. So Pirates now have the football, and now the players heading back to their sidelines. DJ's helmet's off.
Just a timeout?
Sure looks like that.
Both Coffeyville's got a timeout left, and ICC's got 3. The officials are discussing something.
Just a water break there? So I wonder if officials get a water break. They just need a chance to get a drink?
Yeah.
It has been, I mean, I semi-expected this.
Okay. This is an official's timeout to have the coaches tell the 2 teams to knock it off. Like, too much chippiness. I haven't seen this in a long time.
Hey, you guys, stop being mean out there.
You guys be nice to each other. That's essentially what...
That football team is playing very hard. Be nice to them.
Be nice. That's essentially what this is.
And I can imagine everybody... No. No.
Yeah, that's what this looks like this is. I hadn't seen this in a while.
That's funny. All right, guys. Coaches, we need you to go tell your guys to stop this, please. We're getting close to having fights after every play. First down, Pirates at the 12-yard line. Ravens lead 17-7 here, fourth quarter. Hand off to the running back. He'll get up to about the 15, 16-yard line. Gain of 4 as we go under 9 minutes to play. With the win, the Ravens would be 8-2 on the season. And we would wait to see what happens in the Butler game tonight.
Play 2nd and 6 for Independence.
2nd and 6 here for the Pirates. Trying to keep it with the quarterback. He's across the 20, breaks a tackle, should have the first down, hit from behind, and he does have a first down up to the 26. Get a 9.
Who is that at quarterback?
Number 2, Terry on.
The only 6 we have, because right now, Matt, it's number...
Bring up a first down for Independence.
You're right, it is a 2 down there at quarterback, which Tequila Neal's the only 2 we have on our roster.
Yeah.
And he's a defensive back.
Yeah. He's a 2 on defense. Who do you have? Okay. Oh, okay. Tyrion Graves, 17. He's a 2. It's changed to 2 on offense.
Okay. Drop pass there for Owens. So this
he's listed as a wide receiver.
I see it. Tyrion Graves.
He's the one that had the huge run before the fumble that we got inside the 10 a couple of drives ago.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Well, both interceptions have been thrown by McAllister, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is why I guess they have made this switch.
Well, and Coach Eldridge had talked about this team runs the football a lot, apparently enough to have a wide receiver at quarterback.
Yeah.
Outside run here, and Townsend thrown down by Jackson.
What a tackle.
Eric Jackson.
That is a grown man tackle.
That's a grown man football player right there.
Third down and long for the
TJ Jackson. Like I said, Matt, Hutch, Butler, Highland all have great defensive linemen, but over the last month, I'd take DJ Jackson over just about anybody. 3rd and 16 coming up for the Pirates.
This is tough when you've got a wide receiver at quarterback. This is also one of their punt returners.
You're also down 2 scores with just over 7 minutes to go.
And you're deep on your own side of the field.
Graves back to throw, stepping up, runs into a blocker, escapes, throws, intercepted. Lane Owens, 3rd pick of the second half for the Red Ravens.
And right now for Cottonville, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback on the other side. They're picking passes off. That was a great job to get out of the sack, but then the pass just a little errant.
Man, has the Raven defense impressed today. Clean up some things on offense, Matt. This Butler team, I think they're going to be losing some sleep at night doing prep on this Raven defense.
Yeah, it's a hard team to go up against, especially when they're firing all cylinders like they are
Well,
here.
I just think, Coach Ortiz says he wants to score 30 points a game, as an OC would. But if this team scores 24, 25 a game, this defense, I don't feel like gives up 4 scores.
Yeah.
The way they're playing right now, I'd be surprised if they gave up 3. Joseph Vick coming out. Ravens will start at the 25 after their third pick of the second half. 7:02 to go, and now, Matt, you have the wind at your back. Get as many yards as you can, get some points, and melt some clock here.
Yep, run up the middle.
Kelly, and he's going to lose about a yard. Long shove in there.
Extra, yeah, pushing and shoving with Breck Long.
That was Jeremiah Young on the D-line. I wouldn't want to mess with Sedan's strength down there.
No. That's country strong.
There's a lot of tough guys down there, but I ain't messing with Sedan, Kansas strength.
Man, that's country strong.
He's also 6'5" and 240 to add on to it. Country strong with being 6'5". That's a dangerous duo.
There's a reason he was one of the best. He was technically the best senior 8-man player in the state of Kansas.
Vick, 2nd down and 11 here for the Ravens. Shotgun snap. Another handoff to Kelly.
Run up the middle.
I don't know.
Run is by number 14.
This is getting puzzling.
I'm thinking the same thing because it's Matt Vick's played well the last 2 weeks, and it almost feels like
there's no trust in
right.
Is Vick? I'm trying to think. Have I seen him take a shot down the field? Is his arm? Is he hurt?
He threw the one to Durham early in the game.
But it wasn't a shot down the field.
Well, there was one where wasn't it?
I feel like everything's been short.
No, I think you're right. I don't know. This is, like you said, though, it's getting to the point where it's just confusing.
Run up the middle.
Kelly will go to the 24.
Something's wrong. Something has to be wrong. Is he hurt? Is it like we don't have a quarterback and we just need someone to run the offense?
Is Arviso still hurt to the point where he can't come out?
Or you don't want to risk it? I'm just confused. Did Vick hurt his throwing arm when he got hit and fumbled the football?
That's something that might be.
Because this is just absolutely puzzling.
They've run the ball.
And they're about to go for it on 4th and 10. This play calling is puzzling to me.
Very strange.
It's 4th and 10.
And they run the ball again, get about 3 yards, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. And it's interesting to me. I know Rowan McCarthy, we talked about it, has had some accuracy inconsistency this year, but that's a 40-yarder with the wind in his back. You got to try it, right?
I feel like you do. Hey, 4th and 10, if you don't have a quarterback to throw the football. That's what this is telling me, is that we don't have a quarterback who can throw the football. That has to be the only logical thing.
And here's my thought to that, and I don't know all of the injury notes behind the scenes right now, but what I do know is Chris Arviso is dealing with a knee injury. So if his knee's that hurt that he can't be out there, well, that's one thing, but he could go out there and throw little short passes.
Yeah, but maybe it's you're up 17-7 and you've got Butler coming up in 2 weeks and you
need somebody to be ready.
You don't feel like you need Arviso to be out there, so it's like, can we churn the clock as much as possible? But can I get something besides run up the middle? It's almost become a joke at this point.
Handoff there for Independence will gain about a yard.
You have Coach's show on Wednesday, right?
Yep.
All right.
Thursday. It'll be the first Thursday show of the year.
And Doble will be there?
Yep. That's the plan.
So he's got some questions to answer. I'm not even that upset because you're up 17-7. It's just more curious than anything. It's puzzling. It's puzzling.
It's been very different. 2nd down and 8. Snap. Now the Pirates handing it off. Lane Owens runs him down. Ball came out. Ravens pick it up. KJ into the end zone. Touchdown. 2nd defensive touchdown of the quarter for the Red Ravens. And the Raven defense right now, Matt, they're like, if we don't have a quarterback, we'll just score ourselves.
Yeah, who needs offensive touchdowns? We have defensive touchdowns. That's their second one. They're outscoring our own offense now.
But it's just such a drastic difference from every other game that Angel Ortiz has called this year that you're right. It almost feels like he has to have his hands tied.
Well, I have to think, but
because he said, in the pregame, running the football is their baby. They'd love to establish the run.
Yeah.
They've only thrown the ball 10 times today.
Yeah. And nothing has been out. Breck Long has the farthest pass, and it was on an offsides, and he threw a pick. Like, I don't know.
It's a heck of a trivia
The longest throw was that throw over the middle.
But that was even only a 10-yard throw that Wenson had the run after catch.
That's been the longest throw of the game.
Extra point from McCarthy, up and good. Ravens 24-7. Lane Owens forces the fumble. KJ Johnson runs it back. Ravens in control with 4 minutes to go. But a lot of questions to answer here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Scott Maples with an interesting theory back in the studio, Matt. He's saying maybe we want to save all our plays for Butler.
That could be it.
Because we don't want him to have film on.
It's even.
I don't think that's the case, but I think that's funny.
It is a funny point. It is interesting because it's not even like, oh, we're just running the football. We are running. It's inside zone, inside zone, inside zone, inside zone.
It's been the same 5-6 play formation. The only thing that's changed is Robinson Kelly flipping in and out. And it's been a lot of Kelly in the second half. That one taken at the 3-yard line by Cortez Fisher. Out across the 15. He's met at the 18. Spins out. Flag comes in late. Looks like that tackle was made by number 40 there for the Red Ravens. That is Jackson Griffin.
Rowan McCarthy riding a horse off the field, like galloping.
Did you see him made that tackle, Matt? Jackson Griffin made that tackle.
Oh, Jackson Griffin.
The Caney Bullpup.
Yeah, well, hey, it's Montgomery County Appreciation Day, and we've got Jackson Griffin on CCC. We've got Stason Schaefer.
Saxton
Renfro. So all
three kids.
Montgomery County kids. And then, of course, Breck Long, the Sedan kid.
Not too far away. We still love Chautauqua County kids the same.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially Breck Long.
No doubt.
Especially Breck Long. Last year's team had Baylor Nash, who was a South Coffeyville kid.
That's good for Jackson Griffin, man. He's I've seen some film from him in practice this year. He's really got some good instincts at linebacker. Ravens once again swarming in the backfield. Townsend has nowhere to go.
Some great effort by Townsend. Better effort by the CCC defense. A safety in this game would be just a nice punctuation to everything else that's gone right for Coffeyville. You saw a safety last night in Nowata.
I did.
The only points Nowata scored, unfortunately, for them.
Nowata's defense really played their tails off. I mean, credit to them. But, yeah, it was a sloppy game, a lot of rain, just a hard-fought football game. But, yeah, safety on a punt that the snap sailed high. Pirates handing it off. Running forward to the 7. And, you know, Matt, it's been a tough year for Independence, and I know they're down 3 scores, but we saw this on the last drive, too, before the fumble. It feels almost odd to me that it seems like they're punting right now. Like they're cool with losing this game, but it felt like they made that decision earlier than I thought they would. Like, if they started running the ball now down 3 scores with 2:45 to go, I get it. But they did it down by 10 with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, I just think it was a similar situation. Coffeyville's defense is playing so well that you've already made as many mistakes as you have, all these turnovers. And
McAllister stepping up, trying to buy time, takes off, and he's tracked down. That was KJ Johnson with a little bit of help from Jordan May. Fourth and 9 for the Pirates, and they're sending out the punter. So Independence is cool with this game ending the way it's ending. It seems like if the Ravens just let the punt happen and then take a couple knees, we might be done here, Matt.
2-minute timeout. 24-7 here, and
Red Ravens.
It's been 12 points by the defense, 6 points by Coffeyville, 6 points by Indy's offense.
It's been a great day for the defense. It's been a weird game. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. Ravens on their way to 8-2. We're back in 30 seconds.
That's what you get when you or a family member can stay in your home when health issues arise. Windsor Place at-home care makes staying at home possible. Whether it's a disability, aging, or illness, Windsor Place at-home care has the staff and resources to properly support you in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, providing in-home support and care, Windsor Place at-home care is there for you. Find out more, visit windsorplace.net.
The best in the West is South. It's where you belong. Cooperative Credit Union and US 98. KUSN. Deering, Coffeyville.
Ravens lead at 2 minutes to go. It's a pair of defensive touchdowns, a pick six from Lonnie Burt. A fumble recovery touchdown for K.J. Johnson has the Ravens up 17 with 2 minutes to go. Matt, with this game seeming a couple knees away from being over, I mean, there's other guys as well, but the big three that we're going to have our eyes on for the Butler game in terms of their status, quarterback Chris Arviso, quarterback Joseph Vick, you can throw in there too. What's the quarterback situation looking like? Trey Jones, is he going to be ready to go? And Buru Kasabu, who left the game earlier today.
Yeah, you're going to need I honestly think you're going to need Arviso back to really stand a chance in that Butler game. Nothing against Vic, but I don't know if it's an injury or what. But there's clearly just some disconnect there with him in the offense with what Coach Ortiz has called in this game. You can't just run up the middle every time and beat. That punt was blocked.
How about another block kick?
Well,
third of the day for the Ravens. They're fifth in the last 2 weeks. And now it seems like the Ravens will just knee it out. But
you can't run up the middle every time and beat Butler.
No, you cannot. But, I mean, I think Butler's offense is going to be, looking at ways to try and find answers against this Red Raven defense. It's playing at such a high level, Matt. But the Butler special teams unit, they're going to have a hard couple weeks of practice trying to make sure Coffeyville doesn't block a kick. Because right now, the Ravens might be the best team in the nation at blocking kicks the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think they are.
Vic is out there, lined up in the shotgun, so. Run to Kelly. Kelly breaks a tackle inside the 30, breaks a second tackle. He's down to about the 26. Nice gain of 9 there for DeAndre Kelly. Tackled by Kyle Wright. Not the Royals pitcher, the Independence DB, Matt.
Thanks for clarifying.
You're welcome.
I was confused there for a second.
I hope a Cincinnati Bengals scout is here.
I think that was just a bad punt.
Was it?
I can't see who got a hand on it.
Now it looks like the Ravens are lined up to take a knee. And you'll have to do that one more time. We tick under a minute to go. Coffeyville will improve to 8-2 on the season, and they will await the Butler Dodge City game tonight to see if their chances at a conference championship are still alive. Independence will finish their regular season at 2-8.
Nice. It's been a nice season for Coffeyville. They got one game left on the schedule. This should have been it. This should have been the season ender, but they got one game left, and it's a big one. Especially now, there's some late pushing and shoving. Like, I love that. That's number 75 for Coffeyville. Casey Jean-Baptiste just picked up his player and pulled him away from the pile. And now there's still some pushing and shoving going on. I'm not surprised the way this game is gone.
It looked like there was an outside linebacker or a defensive back there for Indy that was kind of doing a bull rush there on that QB knee. Ty Durham didn't like that. But you're right. I mean, Ty Durham's a tough guy. He's made a lot of big plays for his team. But
was that Ty Durham? I didn't see who it was.
When the 6'6", 355-pound Casey Jean-Baptiste has a say in it, you're probably not going to win that argument.
Bear hugged him and walked away with him. He said, "No, come on."
No, Ty, no. Ravens are going to win it 24-7.
Uh-oh. There's some waving, some pointing, some shouting.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad blood between these two teams, Matt.
There always is. And it's funny is they don't even know each other that much or know the history.
They're lined up down it's just I mean, you hear about it.
Yeah, you hear about it.
You go out on the field.
They're
war.
They're full on having to separate them all the way over at the 30-yard line.
KJ Johnson and the Raven coaching staff are trying to hold everybody back.
Yeah.
This is wild.
You got friends having conversations with each other at the 35-yard line, more near the middle of the field, and you got guys trying to fight over on the 30 on the other side of the field.
Let's be real, Matt. This Raven team is fun. We love covering them. A lot of great personalities on this team. But when you have guys on a defense like Fred Giles, DJ Jackson, Jaden Shepard, KJ Johnson, it's gonna get chippy because those guys are very competitive, and they're gonna let you know when they make plays.
Yeah, they are, and it's hard when you get beat like this in a game that you felt like you played pretty well. It's hard to let that go.
Ravens win it 24-7. Now the team's finally starting to separate. Let's take a quick 4-minute timeout. We'll have the Red Raven postgame show when we come back. We'll put a bow on this one, go over final stats, and name our US 98 player of the game. Red Raven postgame show starts in 4 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Friends and neighbors, we are your regional healthcare system, caring for Southeast Kansas and Northeast Oklahoma. With comprehensive technology and experienced medical staff, caring medical professionals, and a 24-hour emergency room staffed with emergency medicine physicians, we are people you know and healthcare you trust. For more information, visit our website, crmcinc.org.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. Imperial has already started investing into what was Stevens Vending by bringing in new walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, new truck dock, and putting out 250 brand new vending machines. They're going to also invest another $1 million into this area with all brand new route trucks. True commitment to the community, and it's created in this location. It's created 3 new jobs. Imperial Vending for world-class service.
Your loved ones
I was your
need help.
coordinator.
You
I
can rely
had to
on
look back at all the
medical
things,
lodges for
the
more
little
than
things that
50
we.
years. When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Buying a home? Refinancing? Apply for a home loan anywhere with Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank. Community State Bank online mortgage tool is easy to use. You can be approved in minutes. And Solutions North Bank lenders are always ready to answer any questions that you may have. Visit ourlocalbank.com on your computer or mobile device and get started today. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your future begins at Coffeyville Community College. If you're a high school senior, make plans now to attend Senior Day at CCC, Thursday, November 19th. Learn more about what CCC can do for you, including academics, activities, athletics, fine arts, technical programs, and student services. Plus, take a campus tour. CCC Senior Day, Thursday, November 14th from 9 until noon, beginning in the Spencer Rounds Theater. Register today at coffeyville.edu.
Chevrolet Summer Drive event is in progress at Rowan Chevrolet in Independence. Get a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and get $57.50 back in rebates. That is 10% off MSRP. Rowan Chevrolet has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop the #1 Chevy dealership in Southeast Kansas, Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main in Independence, or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Enough.
Listening to Red Raven Football on US 98. Red Raven Football is an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports and is brought to you by Roman Chevrolet, Derailed Commodity, Medical Lodge, Perky's Used Cars, Taco Mayo, Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, Solutions North Bank, and Coffeyville Community College.
Red Raven Postgame show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. I'm Shells. We put a bow on this 24-7 win for the Red Ravens here today. Ravens only had 11 first downs in this one, 50 carries, 150 yards for Coffeyville. Only 51 passing yards today for the Red Ravens. Ravens only completed 6 of 10 passing attempts, ran 60 total plays for 201 yards. 4 punts today for Coffeyville. 6 punts today for Coffeyville, averaged 41 yards a kick. Also 4 interceptions today for the Ravens, with a fumble as well. Time of possession about even today. 30-29 for Independence, 29-31 for Coffeyville. Coffeyville committed 5 penalties for 55 yards. Pirates committed 15 penalties for 147 yards in this one. Ravens were 2 of 14 on third down, 0 of 3 on fourth down, but something that's going to have to change for the Butler game. Ravens made 5 trips to the red zone, only 1 score. 2 fumbles inside the 5, a missed field goal as well. That's going to have to change moving forward. Leading the way for the Ravens today, 19 carries, 107 yards, and a touchdown for Steven Robinson. 19 carries, 51 yards for DeAndre Kelly. A rush for 7 yards for Breck Long, and a rush for McKentis Adams gained a yard. Anthony Wenson had a 36-yard catch today. Breck Long had 1 catch for 5 yards. Jaleel Bosch just 2 catches for 4 yards. Ty Durham, 2 catches for 6. Brady Braun, once again, excellent. 6 punts, averaging 41.3 per punt. Long of 62. And on defense, L.J. Hall, 8 tackles and a pick. K.J. Johnson had 8 tackles and a fumble recovery touchdown. Fred Giles, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. And Elijah Brown had 6 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss and a sack. How we get to the scores, you might ask? 3-0 Ravens, late first quarter on a 25-yard field goal by Rowan McCarthy after a blocked punt by DJ Jackson. Followed by a Steven Robinson 33-yard touchdown run with 57 seconds left in the first half. Made it 10-0 Ravens at the break. Independence got on the board with a 49-yard touchdown to Cortez Fisher with 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Lonnie Burt had a 24-yard pick six with 12:23 to go in the fourth, made it 17-7, and then about 8 minutes later with 4:04 to go, after a Marquise Lane Owens forced fumble, K.J. Johnson scooped it up, ran back for a 24-yard touchdown. Ravens with 2 defensive touchdowns on the day. That's why our US 98 player of the game is the entire Red Raven defense. Might be cheating. Andrew laughed at my pick, but I think they deserve it. I mean, Fred Giles had a sack today. DJ Jackson blocked a punt. L.J. Hall had an interception, a pick six for Lonnie Burt, a fumble recovery touchdown for K.J. Johnson. I can't pick one. So I'm going with the entire Red Raven defense for our US 98 player of the game, our US 98 unit of the game. The Red Raven defense come up big today, and they're going to need to come up big in 2 weeks when they play Butler with a potential conference championship on the line. Ravens are 8-2. They win it 24-7 over the Independence Pirates. Big thanks to Scott Maples back in the studio. Big thanks to Andrew Elrod, his entire team here with the RRSN. Big thanks to you as well to Matt Jordan for being back alongside with me. I know he had fun getting married last weekend, but do appreciate him coming back. I wasn't sure if he was going to, so glad to see him back here at the vet. But we will be in El Dorado in 2 weeks, 11 a.m. kickoff with the Butler Grizzlies. Ravens try to win their 9th game of the season, try to potentially win their first conference championship since 2021. Ravens get the win 24-7 over Independence. I'm Shane Neal saying so long from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Let's get back to the music on USN.